Hello, everybody, and that didn't turn down. Hello, everybody, and that turned down just fine. Welcome to Core. This is the video game podcast where we talk about, you guessed it, video games. I'm Scott Johnson, joined today by John. He never met an anime trope he didn't like, Jagger.
Oh, why is he such a pervert?
See? Look at that. Look at the love pouring out of him for that particular one. Also with us, Bo. He's just one random battle slash fist surgery away from becoming the Barrett we need, Schwartz. Hi, Bo.
You can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can. Sorry, my throat hurt. I couldn't do the full.
What'd you do to your throat? You all right? You're not ill or something?
I know I shaped it weird such that it made me cough.
Oh, well, we can't have that.
Yeah, but I'm not a pervert.
No. I would never accuse you of such things. Although you do have the biggest Steam library of adult games of the three of us, is what I'm saying.
Just because I like to play Dominatrix Simulator VR doesn't make me a pervert.
Yeah, sex chess, Hitler's Dream Sex or whatever it is. What was that one?
Hitler's Dream Sex? No, that's not.
It's not one? Massage, orc massage. There are a few, but still. You could have one and you'd have more than I have. So there's that.
No, that's not true.
Oh, yeah, I have that one. They gave me a code for it.
KFC will touch your ding dong, or Colonel Sanders touches your ding dong, don't you?
Wait, is that I thought that's just a dating thing, though, right? That's not like they wouldn't put something too porny in there, would they?
Well, they wouldn't. The modders will.
Get the modders.
They're on to you, Johnson.
Have the modders gotten a hold of the KFC dating sim and added some?
Did you download the extra crispy mod?
Gross. Original recipe all day. Oh, and that's not true because I had that friend that put a chicken wing up his butt when he worked at a KFC. That's a whole other story. We'll get into it here. Or have I before? I may have told it.
Up his anus?
Up his butt.
No, yeah, you've told it. I mean, it's always someone's first time here. You could tell it again, but also I think, did I ever tell you about the time someone put a chicken leg up their butt? It kind of tells the story.
Whoa, you're right. It's kind of all of it. And
what's the story? Put chicken leg up.
The story was we would never eat at that location, and I won't eat KFC at all now because of it, because I just can't. He got away with it and worked out however long he wanted to work there, never got fired for it. Partly because I never spoke up, I guess. Our friends could have done something.
I was going to say, well, what did you do as the person who knew about it?
Yeah, he was Big Gary. That was his name.
How much fast food gets made in the world for customers in a day?
So much, dude.
So some percentage of it, let's say it's 1 billion. Let's just measure it in Big Macs, but Big Macs is an abstract placeholder for chicken or Taco Bell or whatever, right?
Sure.
Let's say it's 1 billion meals.
Okay.
1 billion? Yeah, I guess you have 440 million people there. Let's just say it's 100 million a day.
Okay, fair.
Some percentage of that food per day is going to touch genitals.
Yeah, I think you're
out of
right.
100 million, maybe it's 5, maybe it's very small, but if it happened once, we were talking about this pre-show about assuming the worst and not being innocent. If it happened once, there's a chance it's happening X amount per day.
Yeah.
Your GPS, that's genitals per second on your food, probably has a rate, and it's probably more higher than you're comfortable with holding into your brain.
Honestly, any percentage is too high, but...
So think every day someone, basically in the world, and there's 8 billion of us, someone goes to a fast food restaurant and eats food touched by genitals.
Yep.
Did you win the lottery today?
Yeah.
Was it you, listener?
Is it that burger sitting right in front of you, kind listener?
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Is it?
And also, it has to be you because I'm speaking directly to you, or else how would I have known about the burger?
Oh.
Is that grease on your fast food or ball sweat?
Ew! I didn't know where that was going to go.
Scott so good, he added an to the word ew. Ew.
Like a teenage girl over here.
So the Wraith says 0% is the only acceptable amount.
I got bad news for him.
That's not the realistic amount.
Yeah.
That is a standard. I mean, there's no standard in client services.
Yeah.
That is 100%. You want to make 100% of your customers happy? That might be some shit your manager says, but that doesn't happen.
No.
That number is never 0.
Yep. Don't even ask me what happened at Chi-Chi's when I worked there. I won't even say the stories. It's so bad.
Right. So I think your ball sweat ratio on your fast food is higher than 0.
Yep.
Almost with complete and utter certainty.
Yep.
Yeah, but that ball sweat cooks out.
Does it? Can you cook it out? Cook it off?
Well, you rub it on after the cooking. No.
Good point. What if?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on when it's there.
Sweat on the food you're serving. You got to be smart.
Uh-oh. The government caught on to Bo and gave him one of those weird wind sounds that he gets sometimes.
It's like he got shot by an Atari 2600.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, maybe
The sound that makes is so strange. It only happens like once every 2 weeks. Yeah, you're good now. Yeah, it's really odd. Anyway,
sure.
that was big fast food trying to tell you not to talk about their process anymore. Is what it is.
They don't look at the man behind the curtain. He's rubbing his balls on your Big Mac.
Yeah. My biggest fear, and then we'll move on from this chat, we promise, is DoorDash people having a bad day. Like I actually fear that, because these are people who have no one's watching them between the pickup and when they get to me, other than that little map and the little car on the map. I can't see what's actually happening in the car. So I always think about that. That person could easily just dip his ding dong in a Frosty, or
roll some spiders up in your burrito.
Yeah, it could have been any of those things.
Well, that's why they put all those stickers on everything.
Well, that's true. They try to solve that with that.
Seal them up a lot.
And if you don't see those stickers, then yes, you are the victim of that. But I will tell you, I have more familiarity these days with the plights of Door Dashers, and I'm gonna make a hot take.
Uh-oh.
I think it's the people ordering the food that you have to worry a lot more about than the Door Dashers.
Wait, why? What happened? Did you have an experience or something? Or
any psycho can order food, I think is.
Nothing that I feel necessarily like it's not going to get me in trouble for sharing. But I'll just say that I've heard some horror stories.
Okay.
Lately, so.
All right. Maybe in private we'll
yeah.
some of this.
I mean, it's even things like I'll give you an example. This is an innocent one. This isn't you have to worry about the people you're delivering food to, but it is not uncommon to hear stories from people delivering food where it's like, yeah, I had to go into the building. I had to wait 15 to 20 minutes because they had a special crazy catering order that had to facilitate all of this. I then had to go 15 miles away from the restaurant to deliver it, and they tipped me $1, which you have to actually put effort in to do.
Right.
Because all the defaults are percentage based. Right. So you have to go out of your way to be like, yeah, I know this is going to be a real pain in the ass, but you get $1.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. And it's like, no, that does not excuse DoorDashers who, do anything. That's not.
Yeah, you're not here to give them a leeway. You're just saying that there's some real trouble on the other end. Yeah.
We'll just say that the law of averages, the DoorDasher is not where the problem typically lies.
All right. This is good to know. I'm very unfamiliar with that world other than what they bring me. So
I've learned a lot of crazy cool stuff. But
So I think we have a driver, or a once driver in the chat, Daz Lidorn, who shared a fun story. I once delivered cigarettes to an old man, and he had to show ID. He had poop on his hands and his ID. That was fun.
Wow.
I like that it was on the ID as well.
How did you know? I don't
that's
know.
awful, and I'm laughing, but
that's pretty funny.
I mean, if you know, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Like we had a sick kid. We'll keep it anonymous by saying one of my three.
Yeah. I have an idea, but go ahead.
Probably not the one you're thinking.
I think it's the older. I think it's the older boy. That's what I think. Boys are gross. Boys are gross. Anyway.
Maybe the one you're thinking.
Yeah.
Got super sick, terrible stomach bug. We didn't realize it was a stomach bug. We thought it was just, allergies or whatever. Gave him NyQuil to try and help him sleep.
Yeah.
Something didn't sit right. Walked this is in the main show. This isn't even pre-show. I don't know how much we see. Anyway, there was an explosion elsewhere in the house.
All right.
But it did not get cleaned up properly. And a very out of it NyQuil sleepwalking kid briefly walked in and out of my room. The smell immediately from just that quick visit.
They'll get you.
terrible. If someone has something on their hand, an ID card, and it's near enough that you can look at it, you know what that is.
Yeah.
There's no mystery to it.
Yeah.
You're not going, is that mud?
Yeah. You think smoking's this guy's problem? Mm-mm. He's got bigger issues. You should have had him deliver some soft 2-ply tissue or something.
Dazzledorn confirms. I knew by the smell. Which is maybe all you had to say. I probably went too far.
Blah.
You know by the smell.
All right.
That's it.
A guy needs someone else to bring him his stuff. All right. Well, on that note,
whose poop it was.
No, they didn't say.
Another person.
Hey, quick note. If that wasn't enough for you to do this, here's another reason to do it. Go check out our YouTube version of the show. Now, if you don't even watch the YouTube version, that's okay. But what I want you all to do is I'm doing a little bit of a request to subathon thing, just trying to beef up some of the numbers over there. Head to youtube.com/Scott Johnson, and that's where we put core every week. And sub to the channel if you haven't already. Those numbers matter, and they help us get more discovery, and it would be really cool if you did that. Even if you don't care about video at all, and you're just audio listeners who probably really enjoyed the last 10 minutes. I can't imagine you didn't.
Just imagine if you could have seen that chunk of the show.
Yeah, if you could have seen all that, our faces, our reactions.
It changes everything.
It really does. So hop on over today at youtube.com/Scott Johnson. It's time to talk about the games we're playing this week. All right. We have some shared play this week.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. I just got to AFK a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. You got all this talk made Bo have to.
Yeah, we don't want to bring it up again, but
That's how it works.
I was like, this reminds me. I have a body and it has needs.
They go, yeah, I haven't done my business yet. All right. So we, that is to say, John and I ended up playing a game, not together, but in parallel, that I wasn't sure you were going to play. I don't know why I thought this. I know you picked it up last week while we talked about it. But for whatever reason, I get this in my head that no one here is going to ever enjoy chorecore the way I am, and that these are just going to be me problems. But it turns out there's enough here for even somebody like John who, wants not just the interesting mechanics, but also maybe the theme of this is really a draw.
I dabble in chorecore.
Yeah, you'll poke here and there.
I'm very specific about what. You're on the gig economy.
Yeah.
You're down for everything. Anything and everything. I'm like, I'll flip a house here and there. I'll power wash something.
I was going to say you'll power wash from here and there, but in my case, you're right. Just about anything works. Although this new poorly done home repairs or whatever it's called, there's this hot new one out today that is getting just shit reviews, mostly for technical reasons. We'll see on that one. But it does sound like something I'd like. But last week we got this is my favorite of the year. Chorecore game. I'll say that right up front. It's called Restory. The full name is called, hold on, Restory Chill Electronics Repair. But really you just need to know it as like restore. Think of restore, but then put a Ori on the end. Because there's a story there. See?
Yeah.
You are a small little runner. There is some story here, how it's all set up. It doesn't really matter that much, but maybe down the road it does. There's some interesting stuff as the game goes on. We'll get to that in a second. But you open up this little Tokyo storefront, and you do electronics repairs. Most of them are cell phones, Tamagotchis, or in this case, it's called Egogotchi or something. They can't use brand names. For some reason, the Atari stuff's fine. They must have just gotten permission because all the Atari stuff is just Atari this and Atari that, and it's actual names of these devices. But people might bring in, in fact, there's that robot. Let me see if I can get this Atari one to come up. He's working on it now. Oh, maybe not. Okay, he's doing a cell phone now.
He's all over the place. This is all over the place. Nokia, which is basically a Nokia. They got Pretendo.
Yeah, Pretendo, Noni instead of Sony.
Xboxy.
Yeah, but they're all they are clearly what they are. They look and are built just like you would expect the original OG
As
Xbox controller.
Someone who had to take apart an OG Xbox, I can confirm, accurate.
Yep.
At least that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak to every one of these devices, but I did take apart an Xbox or two, and I can confirm that what is inside is what is inside.
I opened up and did a PS1 2 different times for different reasons, One was because of a faulty optical drive, and then the other time, I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was just trying to learn something. I don't remember. It was some reason. But
Teach me,
show me what is under here. Oh, it's wires and boards. Cool. But yeah, it was also highly accurate to what I remember in there. And the job is, they gamify that though. They're not making it complicated. It's just, things have to go back together in a certain order. There are some things you can do out of order, but those are usually like certain screw points or something like that. And you work on these devices. And by work on them, I mean clean them, repair them. Sometimes you got to throw shit away and then order new parts to replace the bad parts. And it's pretty much immediate unless it's after a certain time of day. At night, you don't get deliveries or pickups. But when you're done with the job, you put it on the shelf. This courier comes by, leaves you the cash. You put it in your cash register. You work on another item. Sometimes story people will come along. And when you look at them, they'll tell you a little bit of a story or whatever. That'll help you progress. You unlock new licenses to fix certain new things. Like you now have a license to do the Sony PlayStation or the Noni P station or whatever the hell they call it. And so these cost yen, and you spend that yen to do that. And you can paint at one point. You can do stickers. People have weird requests. I've gotten to about that point where I can do stickers. I've already done paint.
Have you done the hacking yet?
I haven't got to hacking yet. No, I've got the solder fixing, but tell me about hacking because I actually don't know how that works.
Hacking is so fun. So basically you get a piece of software that you install on your computer, and then it reads whatever is on your little repair mat, and it has to be assembled, and then you can reprogram it or, upgrade it or hack it or whatever you got to do, right? And the best part about it is that so the little command comes up on your PC, and at first I was like, man, this is confusing because it's like enter the code. I was like, well, it didn't tell me a code. What do I gotta type? I was like, I have no idea what to type. So I just hit a button and I noticed the progress bar start to fill up, and then it clicked, and I just started pounding keys as fast as I could, like, movie hacking, just and it fills up a progress bar, and that's how you hack. Doesn't matter what you type, just that you're typing nonstop as fast as you can, just going.
That's freaking
typing
great.
It all in. It's so good. It made me go, this is what hacking should be in every video game ever. It's so good.
That's awesome. I didn't know. I haven't gotten there yet, so I look forward to it. I was afraid it would be something dumb. Like the soldering stuff is also required but simple. Like you get the soldering gun, you start getting jobs with resolders, and it really is just, I cleaned this circuit board and now I can see over solder somewhere. So you take your soldering gun, kind of melt it away. Very simple and straightforward, very gamified, but like a fun new twist. It's like, a new mechanic that I have to do while fixing this guy's shitty old 2600 or whatever. And the whole thing's set in a timeline. You're there in like 2003 or something is when this is set. And so these devices you're messing with are all from then and prior to that. So you're not taking apart 360s or, GameCubes or any of that. But so there's nostalgia going on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you'll feel a lot of it. I mean, I had these Nokia phones, so it's weird cleaning these things that I used to own. One of my favorites is the brick game one, just because I don't know why I just can rip through those. I get a lot of money.
No, that was something I was going to ask you too, is what are your favorite devices to repair and what are your least favorite devices to repair? Because I feel like this game's really good at making you go, I love working on this and I hate working on this.
Yeah, and making you sometimes suck it in and do it because the money's so good for the thing you hate doing. Like it's good. It's just good at balancing a lot of that, I think. But you can also avoid a lot of it. It's like, well, if I don't like doing these Xbox controllers, which actually aren't bad, I kind of like those. But if you don't like them, you can kind of avoid them. They're pretty good money though, so I kind of do take them. But for me, so to answer your question, my favorite to do, I think, is maybe it's because I'm so fast at them, but anything to do with the Atari 2600 or its controller, I can just haul ass. It's great because there's not a lot to those things. Main circuit board, few screws, no big deal. The other one I like a lot is the Xboxy one. And I don't know if I have a third. My least favorite is the PSP, the Sony PMP or whatever they call it, because it's got layers of circuit boards and then mounting brackets and then screws to go with each one. and I get the order mixed up a lot. So I have to look at the thing and go, oh yeah, that one's first. Okay, turn it around, put it on there.
Yeah, they used to be one of my least favorites, and then they like built up because you get it pretty early. And so I was always ignoring emails to repair PSPs. I was like, I don't want to do that. I hate it. And then it was what I had, and I wanted money. And I was just like, all right, today is PSP day. We're doing nothing but PSPs. And I spent an entire day doing it. By the end, I had it. And I was like, okay, this has now made it on the list of I can repair this, and I can repair this fast and well. Because I do think, you're going to like the stuff that's a little easier. But even there are some complicated ones that I like. Like, I like the PlayStation. I think PlayStations are really fun to take apart and put back together. Yeah. Kind of the same deal with the Xbox, although it's a little trickier. Xbox controllers I really like. I really liked the Razer phones.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about a Razer phone that I'm just like, this is so fun to take apart and put back. Like, this is cool. The Walkmans are awful.
Yeah, they're huge pain in the ass.
Oh my god!
Because they do some outer plastic framing stuff that doesn't seem like it should happen midway through the build, and that does, and you're like, damn it, I've done this in the wrong order, or where's that part? Shit, I ordered 2 of those. Like, I always get bunged up with the Walkman. They suck. I don't like them. Not a fan.
I hate those. And have you? Because this is definitely a later game one too. Have you had to do an IBM ThinkPad?
Not yet. Probably part of the hacking stuff, right?
The funny thing is, it's probably, in terms of like everything in here, the thing I'm most familiar with the internal workings of. And I don't know why I cannot get my head around taking those apart and putting them back together. And it also doesn't help that they take up the entire placemat. So I have a tendency when I take things apart, I do like clockwise laying it out so that I know when to put it back together. I just go counterclockwise. So when I'm in those modes where I'm like, where's the part I'm looking for? It's like, well, I just go counterclockwise, and that has helped a lot. But the stupid ThinkPads take up your entire mat.
Yeah, they're big.
And then once you get the cleaning tub, like what's in the video up there, when it slides out so you can put items in it to clean, it knocks everything forward on the mat. And I'm like, now everything's out of place.
Yeah, those are beast. From what I've seen, I've only seen them in video, so I haven't actually done them yet. But I assume that unlocks with the hacking stuff, right? The computer stuff.
I think the first things you hack are phones, but yeah, it's around the same time that you're going to start doing both those things.
Yeah. It's a stupid fun loop, and I'm finding the story interjection stuff interesting. It's nothing groundbreaking. I mean, they may try to doki literature or something in the end, I don't know. But
I'm here to tell you they don't.
Okay.
I did not like the story very much at all.
I find it just fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't get in the way. I just I'm okay with it, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad. If I'm being honest about my reaction to the game, every time someone showed up and wanted to talk to me, my reaction in my head was, ugh.
People.
Like, okay, this person's going to talk to me. Now, it's not the end of the world. You can see where they're coming from. Like, I'm sure somebody was like really excited, like, oh, it's going to be chorecore, but we're going to put a story into it. But I just think that there is an element of, I don't think they knew really, like, I think people just wanted to repair stuff. Like, I think this game is good enough on its own merits that it didn't need the story, because I did not care very much about the story. And they tried to make it good, and it's not like I think it's a bad story. I think it's fine. I think the reality is just every time it came up, I was like, I just want to sit here and repair stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
And a lot of these games most of them have stories now, like even the Power Wash, not counting the Star Wars, just the base game of Power Wash Sim 1 and 2, they had an underlying story. Doesn't really get in the way, but it's there. And it has a resolution, especially in 2. I kind of liked how 2 ended, but I feel like they have to do that to give some depth to the game. But I'm kind of with you. I'd rather just sort of, like, even Shipbreaker, my all-timer, that was just, the story is fine, but what I was interested in most was tearing ships apart and putting them back together, and or whatever the job was. That's how I feel about this one. I just really want to focus in, work on the shit. I'll get the gist of the guy who shows up, and I won't even read it all. I'll just kind of go, oh, he's here to kind of blackmail me. Well, okay, we'll see. We'll take care of his thing and then see what he pays me. And then I, get him out of here back to what I was working on. the day-night shift does make things a little interesting as far as, like, if you take too many days to fix something, you'll get reduced pay for the fix. So that's something you have to watch for. You shouldn't really run into it that often, but I did a couple times and realized, oh shit, I got like half the money for the repair on that. I probably broke even on parts or something. Anyway, it's just a really fun, mechanically interesting, nostalgia-filled experience. Someone in the chat says it'd be cool if you did Elite controllers. Those are really complicated. Well, this is set like pre all of that. We're talking Xbox One era is the height of where this time frame is. Like, that is the first of this.
Yeah, it looks like you're using Windows XP on your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree, though. It would be cool if this got, like, updates. You know, they've told their story now. It would be kind of neat if, you know, they added some other stuff to take apart and put together just for fun. If they wanted to put in the work to do it. Because I do find it fascinating because the... like, you look at some of the stuff, like right now you've got up on screen somebody putting together what is basically a 3DS, right?
Yeah.
3DS, kind of a notorious tank of a system, like can take a shocking amount of abuse and still be fine. And I feel like and maybe I'm just crazy, but when I take some of these things apart, I go, man, you can really tell why this thing is a truck versus a delicate little flower that will break as soon as anything goes wrong. Like, it really gives you kind of an appreciation for the inner workings of it. Like, I really kind of like getting to see this because it's something where if I wasn't an adult that has to finance the curiosity, like, I would want to be taking all my stuff apart and see how it goes. But I feel like when we're kids, we did this, which is probably why most of these are devices where I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember what this looks like on the inside because I probably took it apart. But as you get older, you're like, well, I'm not going to take that apart. I know how much that cost. I know how much work went into getting that thing. I'm not going to do it. But I am curious. I'm like, yeah, I would like to know what an Elite controller looks like, or, you know, what does a PlayStation 3 look like, or even a PS2 look like by comparison. I don't remember it well, but I know I took an Xbox 360 apart because I had to try and fix the red ring. So I think that might have been the last time I took something like this that wasn't just like a tower PC or something apart. And I really like it. So I would like to see more of this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I would too. So the closest analog I have to how this game makes me feel is a game that no one heard about. I talked about it on the show, but it did not make a big splash. It was called Mechanic Simulator. And it was basically, you were in the middle of a giant, like, mecha war going on. Like, think like Mech Warrior style mechs. And you worked back on the homeland repairing mechs. So they would send you full-size mechs on a giant platform, and your job was to say, oh, the arms are effed up. There's some wiring problems in the arms. And you'd pull the arms off, put them in a thing, and then you'd repair them, put new parts in them, like really this, but just with mechs. And I loved it as a concept. But the devs like dropped 1.0 and then disappeared and did nothing, just like poof. And that kind of bummed me out and it made everybody sad, and they didn't really update it and didn't fix any bugs or any of that. So it's just kind of one of those things. This is a lot like that. Just very mechanical and methodical, and like John says, and I really agree with this, it's fascinating to see how this stuff works without the risk of actually having to do it. Because in real life, I don't want to do this. I don't want to tear a phone apart and figure out why the hell something isn't working right or whatever. Or maybe I do and I just don't have the wherewithal or whatever. Because when you're undoing these screws, it's a mouse going zzz, and the little screw falls in the little cap so you don't lose them. Zzz, 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 like nothing. Piece of cake. In real life, those things are going ding, 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 across your shop. You're like, damn it. Where's the cat? He's got one of the screws. You know what I mean? Like, there's just pains in the ass around this stuff. And
It's true.
The best part of Chorecore, like we were saying with Power Wash, is that none of the mess is there. You don't have to clean up after. You're not carrying around a giant gas-powered thing. It just works. Changing out tips is easy and fast and no-brainers. That's what this is, but for these small electronic devices. And then just putting it in this little shop with a little grate opener thing on it, and your bike's in there. And when you go to save, you get on your bike and you go home. There's no home, but that's the impression. You're using this old Windows 95 ass looking computer using Godzilla Firefox, for your browser. What was the other thing? Your inbox is like out mail or something. It's all like just bullshit from the 90s and early aughts. And it just feels good. It's just a good time, and I'm all about it. So here's the good news. We're giving one away today. A copy of this game.
Look at that.
I know, crazy, right? So I want to think.
Sounded good to you. Get ready.
Yeah,
Now's
get
your
ready.
Chance.
It is. Oh, it is. I should give Steam Deck and anyone else using portables for this. It is perfectly playable on a Steam Deck. It is not currently verified for it for a few reasons. Graphically, it's fine. Controls are an issue right now. The controls work, but moving like the cursor across the screen, painfully slow with no way to adjust it right now. But they have said out loud, "Hey, we're not only working on verification, but for handhelds, we want this to be as good an experience as it is with a mouse and keyboard." So that's coming. So right now, you're not maybe going to get the best experience with it, but I played 3-4 hours of my time in that way, and it was fine. I enjoyed it. I like it better right now on mouse and keyboard because there's just a speed thing going on with the mouse that you don't have with a controller. So there's that. Second thing is this game is now available as a winning code on our Discord. So here's what I want you to do. Go to Discord, frogpants.com/Discord. We'll have our Discord link. You can find it on our contact page. There's no, it's not hard to get in there. You'll see you'll see an area called, where is it? Giveaways. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And under giveaways, you'll see Steam code for Restory. And you just click that little checkbox and you're in. You're all in. You are now the potential lucky owner of Restory for free. That's a Steam code, I should mention. So watch for that. Oh, and thanks to Juniper for that code. He's the one donating it. So appreciate him and his generosity. We also played some How Many Dudes. John played some last week and talked about it. I finally got my hands around it. And How Many Dudes is stupid awesome. I kind of really love it. And I don't love auto battlers and I don't love incrementals as a genre. But for some reason, this combo of those two things and the roguelike aspects of it, I'm having a blast with How Many Dudes. And the answer to the question is all the dudes. Get all the dudes. So if you want to know as
many dudes as you can possibly
dudes as you can get. And even if you have to settle with too many samurais and not enough fishermen or whatever your options are. That sounds dumb, but I'm telling you, they're all in here. There he is fighting babies. You want as many as you can and go as long as you can without dying. And man, I got real far my first run. In fact, I got lulled into a sense of I already know how to play this game. And then I got wrecked toward the end.
It'll get you eventually one way or another, especially if you go into once you beat whatever the final boss is. Then they go, okay, you want to do endless mode? And it's like, usually within 10 rounds after that, they're like, we're going to get you. We're going to get you.
Yep.
But man, there are some fun combinations that you can do in this game where it's just like, I made one where I super powered one samurai. I just had one samurai, but he was getting ultra powered from a bunch of various power-ups. So he was taunting, and he was getting a food buff, and he was getting quantum accelerated, and because he's a samurai, he dashes everywhere, and I just made him hyper powerful, and I cleared. It's what I cleared tier 2 with. Was
gosh, really?
Like just this weird combination, and there's all sorts of stuff you can put together. One of my favorite teams that I did was a team of zombies where you just go crazy with zombies. And the zombies are cool because usually when one of your dudes dies, you have to wait 2 to 3 rounds before you get those dudes back. So if you're down some dudes, you're down for a while. Zombies will only miss one battle if they die. So there are 2 interesting abilities you can get with zombies. One is they have a chance to just explode for massive damage. It kills the zombie, but it does an insane amount of damage in an AoE. Another one is on a random chance when a zombie dies, it has a chance to resurrect every dead zombie on your team. So it turns into this the zombies go out and just start exploding like crazy, and then every now and then they all just come right back to life.
Yep.
And even if they don't come back to life, they only miss one battle, and it's not that crazy. And then I supplemented that with a bunch of summons, so like summoner dudes that pull skeletons, necromancers, and quantum dudes, which create little quantum copies that do healing. And it was just this mad sea of like zombies and skeletons and quantum dudes and constant explosions. It was so good.
Yeah, it's really,
so
really,
fun.
really satisfying. And so if what John's describing to you sounds a little like what Balaltro does to cards, that's exactly right. Like, it's a different implementation, but it's the same idea. You just overpower certain things. I did this with maybe it was Paladins, but basically, like John says, you can get all of these buffs. They're essentially runes that will, if you want to kind of build a build, that's the other thing. Okay, so it feels very random, like lots of RNG, and there is a lot of RNG in here, but you can still kind of do a build if you want. So you can kind of like curve things into what you're looking for. So if you're trying to do that zombie build, you can make decisions that will lead to a great zombie build. You may get thwarted a little bit by the RNG, but for the most part, you can still sort of do it. And I did that with a bunch of Paladins. There's actually some on this one too. Looks like he's doing a similar build. Paladins are really powerful if you you pick all the right stuff. And these add-ons are crazy. Sometimes you don't even think about what they'll do. You'll read a thing that'll say, every time a pirate kills somebody, the Paladin gains 3 points of health, which is a weird thing, but that's how it works. So if you do that enough and compound it and like stack it, suddenly pirates and paladins are just wrecking things because you're giving paladins nothing but life, and you're replenishing your pirates as needed. That horse is hard, by the way. I hate that effing horse.
The unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn.
He goes berserk when it hits a certain threshold, and it's just like
it's like a raid boss who goes. What do they call that in raid? Enraged. Yeah, he gets enraged. Yeah. It's just a rad little game, and someone in the chat just reminded me, if you're not comfortable having one dude versus 400 babies, and you're not comfortable kicking a bunch of babies around, you can change it to teddy bears in the game.
Is that true? Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, you can totally do that, so you're not kicking babies around.
Because this is the game that my son famously saw me play and went, "Ooh, blood, my favorite."
My favorite.
I was like, man, I didn't think to look for a change baby just to teddy bears mode.
Oh, that kid cracks me up so much. I love the stuff that he does, but it's a awesome, silly, very inexpensive, satisfying time.
I feel like if you find babies objectionable, you would find the rest of the game objectionable.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. Babies get a pass sometimes because they're babies, but like, look at, there's these little zombie babies and skeleton babies fighting them now. It gets so ridiculous and over the top that I don't know why people would be upset, except maybe they're just, I don't know, you're a brand new mother and you just don't like the idea of babies being, killed at all, which I get, right? I understand nobody wants to kill babies, but this is a silly
Core
cartoon
is not
game.
a pro baby murder podcast.
No, let's make that clear.
They also don't look like babies. They look like weird, tiny, yellow...
Yeah, they're demon babies.
Leprechaun things.
Yeah, like the stuff I'm going to kill in those ill games, I'm going to have no problem kicking those weird babies around.
Yeah, they're not cute little, like... babies. They're just the only reason you know they're babies because the game tells you they're babies.
Yeah, that's it. That's your only indicator. So I think this game is great, and I love that Butterscotch did this, and I hope they make more smaller experiences like this because I'll buy every one of them. Did
you hear the story of this game coming out?
No, but I would love to hear it.
So
do tell.
It's kind of funny. I guess he was working on this game, and he was getting kind of discouraged and kind of down about it, and was like, I don't know, I'm not feeling very motivated. So he put out a demo, and the demo blew up. People got so excited. People got way into it. It got like 100,000 wish lists or some crazy number that he wasn't even expecting. And he was like, uh-oh, a lot of people are excited about this, he said, which is when I realized that part of the problem was I didn't make a demo. I just put the game in its entirety up as the demo as it was right then.
Oh, shit.
Like, he just was like, I don't know, I'll just put the game up as the demo. So he just put the game out there for the demo. And he was like, well, shit, now a lot of people are excited about this and actually want to play it. I need to build a game bigger than what was already there because I just put the game out for free. So then he had to add a bunch of new stuff and
that's
new
funny
dudes and stuff like that. He had to kind of scramble because he was just like, I don't know, here's the game.
Yeah, and I know they were kind of down on, they did okay with what's the game they made last? My brain won't work right now. Anyway, the one I liked, I interviewed the dude. Crashlands 2. Crashlands 2 didn't quite perform at the level they thought or had hoped. It did okay, and it was well received, but it just didn't, hit with that.
He made a big involved project that didn't sell, and then he just crapped out a piece of crap that's the best thing in the universe.
Kind of that. I mean, I wouldn't say crapped out. There's some good stuff in here, but you're right. It's a smaller scale.
Launched the whole game as a free demo and didn't make anything else. That reads to me as someone that's like, here's some shit I made. Hope you like it.
Well, and there's a lesson here because sometimes, like, as somebody who does a lot of drawing for part of my living, some of the stuff I draw that I'm the most pleased with or spent the most time on is the least impactful. Like nobody talks about it, cared about it, didn't do anything. Some of the shit where I'm like, man, I just pooped that out last night. Just a weird idea in my head at midnight, and it goes gangbusters, ends up on viral on Reddit or all these things. Like sometimes that's the way you find out that you were actually working on something brilliant. And you just didn't
you write
like
a
it.
6-movement concerto, no one gives a crap, and then you write a song called "I Want That Bacon," put it on a plate, and everyone just loves it. And then all it did was crap it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the same thing. And if that's what this is, good on them, man. Like keep believing in your weird ideas and then make it. And I love
the actor version would be nobody giving a shit about your Hamlet performance, but your 2 seconds in a Star Wars movie is the most important thing in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like people who know who was the original Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can I think of his name?
Yeah, Sir Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness.
Famous actor.
Stage, screen, knighted, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What does most people know him for? He's Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And he himself making it said,
I knew your father once.
He famously was like, this sucks. I can't believe I'm here. This is to pay the bills. This movie's going nowhere.
I think I've seen him. He hated the Star Wars. He thought it was
that was terrible.
He's like, he just went there for the paycheck. He's like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
whatever.
biggest cultural impact of all time.
The funny one to me was always Patrick Stewart, who went into Star Trek very much like, I'm going to collect a paycheck. What am I here for? What am I here for? And the other cast and crew messed with him to a degree where he was like, you know what? This should be fun. I was wrong, and that's what I like about his story is he went from like I'm a serious thespian and I am above the station of this to no, this should be fun, and it like is a super fun memory for him and all of that.
Yeah, and he's got lifelong friendships, and he still goes to cons and talks lovingly about the experience. It's also ironic that he was right. He's the one that goes on to the way bigger career. Nobody else really did. I mean, there's directing for Frakes and, LeVar Burton had his book thing and all that. But nobody else really took off like Patrick Stewart did. They all kind of stayed at that level. So in a weird way, he was right. And then he was right also to embrace it, I think. Because he clearly had more. He could do more than Star Trek. Unlike, Kirk or whatever. You're never going to see Shatner do too much more than that. But that's fascinating. I don't know. I just think this is great, and those guys should keep it up. And I would play more of this if they put more content out. I'll play more of it now anyway. Oh, also, fantastic Steam Deck game. Incredibly well implemented for a game that got shit out in a weekend or however we want to say.
Oh, that's it's a dangerous one for Steam Deck, too, because it is addictive, and it goes deceptively long. Yeah. Like, you lose more time to it than you think you're going to lose to it.
Yeah.
Because I played, like, a couple rounds just goofing, and I was like, I haven't played the game very much. It was like, you have 3 hours in this game. I was like, oh, my God, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good, man. People should play it. It's called, just because I think we forget more, How Many Dudes? ?
Yeah, that's the name. How many dudes? You're
not
asking.
Yep. And it's really, really good. All right, moving over to stuff I got up to this week. I got all wrapped up into some, I wouldn't call it hype. There was some surprise hype. Let's put it that way. I think that's a way of saying it. I don't know. But there was a game almost 10 years ago now a little game from a small developer called Ghost Recon Wildlands. The small developer being Ubisoft.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very small. Never heard of them probably. Ubisoft. Who the heck is that?
Oh my gosh. You are not escaping the Ubisoft allegation.
I know. This one's kind of not my fault, though.
Lord.
This one's not my fault because what happened here is they, out of nowhere, shadow dropped a massive update to the existing game. And I still think it's the best Ghost Recon game ever made. Some people say it's Future Soldier. I say it's a good game, but I prefer this. Anyway, opinions may vary, but I think Wildlands was like peak of the series. And I always really enjoyed it. It's a really fun tactical shooter, third-person shooter that if you're bored with like military tropes and stuff, I get why this may not appeal to people. But if you're just sort of into open world, like tactical gameplay, how do I attack this base and not lose my team, and should I stealth it? Should I combine stealth with some interesting grenade placement or traps or whatever? There's drones. There's all these like gimmicks and mechanics and stuff, and that's what Ghost Recon has always been. So I don't have to explain it to people. But I loved Wildlands when it was new, and I loved it during its heyday, and then I just kind of haven't looked at it for years. And the newer one that came out in 2019 called. The B. Anyway, that one had less of an impact. I still think it's a good game, but it's basically just kind of more of the same. And they also made some choices some people didn't like they had some leveling and loot stuff that people didn't like. Anyway, long and the short of this is they shadow dropped a huge update to Wildlands and added a graphical upgrade. So everything will run at 60, no matter what console you had it on. PC was probably already getting that, but they up-res some textures. They did some quality of life stuff. They unlocked all the skins that were previously like behind progress or other things. You had to earn them. Now you just go wear what you want. So that's kind of cool.
That's surprisingly generous.
Yeah, it was nice. And a whole new story campaign called Last Rites. Yeah, Last Rites, which is part of what we're seeing here. And that's all new. They just made a whole new campaign. None of this costs you anything. It's all free. And if you didn't previously own the game, they put that on sale for like $3 or something. Wow. So all you had to do was buy this upgrade and you were good. So maybe $24 total. But if you already owned it all, you just got it for free, like I did. And it's called the Definitive Edition of the game. So it was just fun to get back into Wildlands and tool around and do shit. I still love it. It's a great loop. People yell balls a lot in it. I got a lot of heat for that back in the day. So when I say shit balls when we're playing video game, we're playing a horror game, I think I may have gotten it from this because they say shit balls a lot.
I don't know. I feel like you've been saying shit balls for a long time.
Maybe I beat them to it and they took it from me. I have no idea. Probably. I'm not the main character in the story, so who knows? It's a big world.
I don't know, but I feel like I learned that from you a very long time ago.
It has been a while. You're not wrong, but it's a totally free next-gen patch. The game already looked good, so this isn't much of a change for PC players especially, but it will run at 60 frames, 4K at 60. You got that new mission. All this stuff is free, and it's cool. I'm happy they did it. It's just a nice little drop on a thing that was a classic, I think, a modern day classic. And they also announced a new one is in the works. They showed us nothing from that, but they were like, hey, Ghost Recon fans, we got you. We got a new Ghost Recon in the works right now. And I think it was a cool thing to just kind of get out of nowhere. And I'm not going to say, oh yeah, Ubisoft has sure turned things around. I will say in the last 6 months, they've been making interesting moves that I like. They're a lot more friendly and approachable when it comes to where I can play their shit and how. They're putting out free stuff nobody knew that was coming. They made really deep, steep cuts on certain things, and they put out freaking the pirate Assassin's Creed everybody wanted so bad. Like in some ways, I feel like this is them trying to make good with a community that has lost faith in them. I could be wrong on this, just a feeling I get as somebody who's always enjoyed their game. So
yeah, looks like that sale is still going. They have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands for $2.50.
Cheap.
Then they have, here's what I don't know. What is the difference? Because they also have the Definitive Edition for $25.
So that's the one. It's a little confusing, but not terribly. If once you get it. But the definitive edition is now the version that you would buy new if you've never owned Wildlands. And it's about half what it used to cost, so it's still a really good deal. If you already owned it, it just upgrades to that.
Oh, okay.
And if you want the old one, you can still do that for $3 or whatever it is. On sale.
I got it. So this is a replacement, but you can't cheat it. You can't buy the $2.50 one and oops, now you have the definitive edition.
No, but Steam will give you a deal if you do buy that $2.99 one. Somebody told me they did that, and then Steam said to finish it to the definitive, it's a little less now. So you'll pay. So if you did do that, you'll get at least $3 off the definitive.
Well, you know what? I'm going to find out right now because they also have a Ghost Recon bundle, and I like having a bunch of old games.
Yeah, nothing wrong with having those on hand.
It's for just under $14, and it includes the base level of that.
Yeah.
Let's see what this does when I buy this.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
I'm going to buy something live on the show.
And that comes with Ghost Fighter, right? Or Ghost, what's it called? Or Future Fighter. Future Ghost? Whatever it is. The 360 game. It's the 360 game that was like huge. People love that game. I liked it okay. I think Wildlands is the better game, but
did that purchase go through? It did. Okay. So let's see. So now I've purchased it.
Oh, and I got sorry, keep going.
Okay, I have it. I don't know. Looks like it still says $24.99 for me.
So you went to the buy page and it didn't say bundle something like because they have different prices listed. Do you know what I'm saying?
It says 75% off $25.
Oh, maybe that guy may have told me wrong then. I didn't do this. I already owned it, so I don't know for sure. But that's what he told me. Maybe not. So maybe don't. If you're looking for the enhanced shit, just buy that one. If you've never owned it, if you already own it, you'll see it pop when you launch it. There'll be a patch.
Now I've got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Island Thunder, Ghost Recon Desert Siege, Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
That's
a shitty version of Wildlands, and Breakpoint now. So.
Ooh, and Breakpoint came with that?
Yeah.
Okay, Breakpoint, underrated. People give Breakpoint shit. It's got great graphics. It's more future-y than this one. I think a lot of Wildlands people were just like, and it launched weird. It was like you didn't have AI teammates when it launched. They added that in because people were mad. There's some other stuff. It felt like maybe they were trying to push the multiplayer too hard, and people were like, I don't play it that way. So they fixed all that, but by then people, either moved on or whatever. That's also a very good Ghost Recon game at this stage. I like them all.
Okay, there is I do see a definitive edition upgrade, but it shows as $50 to me.
Whoa.
So the sale price is still a better deal.
Yeah, get the sale price. Even if you bought the shitty one in the bundle, it's a little confusing. I don't love that they did that, but buy the 24. I guess you're $3 out is all. And you couldn't buy, you could buy that 24 without the 3.
Yeah, I could have.
But people don't know that.
That's fine. Hey, this was science. Yeah. I spent that $2.50 for a public service is what it was.
There you go.
That's what happened here.
I think the series is something like 20 years old, and that's why they're doing this. They're celebrating the 20th. But I'm having tons of fun in it. It's just a great game. The explosions are awesome. The mayhem is over the top. The shit you can pull off like with a helicopter is insane. There might be a bug I was just going to mention where so when you're in a helicopter in a plane, you can bail in a parachute to like do a land behind the lines and then sneak in behind wherever your target is. You can do like cool military stuff like that. In the old game, your AI guys, you have 3 of them, are all in the thing with you. And when you jump, they all jump too, and you all shoot down. To hell with the plane, it just crashes somewhere. And you all float down and do your thing. Well, I think there's a bug. They may have fixed it, but whenever I jump out of a helicopter, I hear all the other guys go, "We need help," and they're all dead. They all just like get caught in the thing or something. So now their bodies are floating up there, and I can't do shit until they respawn. I think that's gone now. I didn't go verify it. Somebody said they hot fixed that. Just be aware.
I don't mean to poop all over this goodwill that you have brought to the table for this game, but I do need to point out a couple things that chat is saying.
Do it.
For public service interest. Digital Hype said, I have the original and they still have to pay $25 to get the definitive edition. And they are now saying it looks like the latest update took pre-existing content and paywalled it.
Well, that I don't know about. The first part though, I didn't have to pay for it. I just had it. I have the extra content now. And when I fired it up, it went, welcome to the definitive this. There's the new things and thanks for buying it. And everything you read about it says free, core free update, 60 frames per second. The new.
Don't put our name in it. We didn't do this. Don't call it a core update. We didn't have anything to do with this.
Now, the earnable stuff, I thought that all just got unlocked.
I'm seeing Steam reviews that suggest the same.
The
Angry Badger says Ubisoft released a big update, which was just them taking pre-existing content and putting it behind a paywall, which is August 8th. So I assume
Clone says that's endgame content that used to be in the original. Well,
but basically, it's not like they released new content and put it behind a paywall. They took the existing game and made it more paywall-y.
Oh, weird.
So even though right now it's $2.99 on sale, 95% off, when I get in there, I'm going to have to buy some shit.
Oh, if you have that version.
Well, I don't think it's a different version. It's the same retail SKU. You know.
Well, that's what I mean, though. If you buy the $2.99 one, and John just went through the process, so it looks like you can buy the definitive on top of that for $24. I think that gives you all that content. What's paywalled now? Because I have access to, as far as I know, I have access to everything with the upgrade. I haven't had any problems with it.
Edition, it says it's the season pass, year 2 pass, quick start pack, or whatever that means.
Okay, in the
other content packs. So
in the $2.99, you get that.
The definitive edition.
Okay, I think that's everything.
When you go, let me ask you this, Scott, if that is your real name.
That is my real name.
Well, I have an accusatory tone in my voice. If you go to the store page for Tom Clancy's Wildlands, you go to their store page and you scroll down and it says buy Tom Clancy's Wildlands and then definitive edition below that. Does it say both are in library or only one of them?
Let me double check here. It's launching. Okay, we're launched. Tom Clancy's Wildlands. Okay, I'll actually put this up on screen. We can see what happens here.
Just keep in mind the regular prices for me, Canadian, it's $60 for the game and $130 for the definitive edition.
Good Lord.
Right now it's dirt cheap, but you know.
Okay. Store page. What am I looking for?
Okay, so you have both.
In library.
You did, although you have both.
Yeah, I have both. It just says I own them.
And you didn't buy anything?
I bought,
right?
No, I didn't, because I already owned it. I already had this. And I didn't do this bundle.
When you bought it, did the definitive edition exist? As I think what they're saying is they made a definitive edition because they took existing.
Oh, back in the day, there was already a definitive edition.
Oh, there was? I don't know what I had then. Maybe I had something different than other people had. Because this just popped. Like, I heard about it, read it on Kotaku or something, went, ooh, let's go see. Did a patch, or installed it fresh, basically. There was no patch. And it just said, yeah, you got all this shit now. So I might be confused still, but as far as I know, I just got everything. And part of this was the Predator coming back, the Predator content that they had to take out for licensing. It's all back now. I don't know. I haven't tried the new campaign yet. I'm playing through the old one. Let's see. New mission. Take down the cartel. I already got that. Let's see. Customize ghosts and vehicles. All those skins got unlocked. I don't know so I guess the question is, now that I have confirmed I have this.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
I don't think you're missing anything, but it's interesting because we have people in chat saying we have Cloned in the chat who says, I've owned the OG game for over a decade and they do not have access to this content.
On the same.
It sounds like an end game business. Like it sounds like if you play the game and get to whatever the end game is, you got to hand over some money.
Digital Hype is saying the same thing.
Oh.
And
that wasn't the
this
case
thing that's discounted for $25 is going to be $100.
Oh, once
this sale ends.
Once the sale ends? And this is what contains it all?
Well, geez, now I wish I hadn't bought it. I want to give Ubisoft money for this.
I don't know how.
I thought I was supporting Ubisoft's generosity fund. I didn't know I was supporting terrorism.
Yeah, I don't know
What are we doing here?
What is this bundle?
The content that's $99 definitive used to be earnable in games, says Digital Hype. So,
that's not. I don't like that either. I mean, it says I own it, and I'm happy to have it, but I don't think that's good, especially when it goes to 100. I don't want people paying that.
I mean, it just kind of sucks to take like your business model and like change it so completely. Like that's
weird.
I don't know why they feel they can do that with video games. It's really annoying.
I mean, it's also, I mean the whole thing to me appeared to be like, oh, this is a good faith measure to say Ghost Recon is not only alive and well, but we made some cool stuff for the game you love.
Yeah, they did it to cash in. So hang on, like, so I'm looking at the like lifetime history, 10-year-old game, by the way. You know, like during its first 2 years, it was well played, and then it's been like at a stable, maybe like 3 to 4K average with some spikes, you know?
Yeah.
And now since this update, there's 30,000 people in there, like because of this update. So they changed all the business model of the game because I guess they were, you know, they know their business. They anticipated an influx of people along with this update, you know? So they said, well, we got to juice the monies.
They must have. Did they do it after the fact? Like, did it succeed on day one, and then they went, "Oh shit, somebody get in there"?
What date was the big patch? August 9th, the Predator Return.
Yeah, I think that's right. It would have been Tuesday, I think.
So, I mean, I don't know when the price changes happens, but it looks like it was recent because that's the negative reviews I'm seeing are all from like the past week.
Weird.
People got into the game because it's a big sale, 10-year-old game, and they realized, they didn't actually discount the game. They just refinanced so that you could get in cheaply. And if you got stickied, you know, they say, the game's sticky. Then they're like, JK, sale's over. It's now $100 to finish the rest.
That is weird. I mean, I'm seeing it right there on the screen that it's 24 and it goes to 99.
Like, that is kind of like a major dickhole thing to do, like, honestly.
No, I agree. I don't like that.
Just make it the price that it is. I don't know. It's just what. It's some scummy, you know.
I don't mind if this was a bunch of content they didn't already have, but if this was stuff that was in the game,
reportedly, I mean, I couldn't tell you.
It looks like it is. It looks like that is the case.
Boo!
Like they didn't. I guess they made some new stuff, but they refinanced the old stuff basically. So
Omega 9X says, yeah, this was their NFT grab game. No, it wasn't. That was the other one. The Breakpoint tried to do some NFT stuff. They pulled it all out, but it wasn't this one. This was 10 years ago.
Wow.
There were no NFTs in 2017.
Is this not blown up on major channels, I guess? I didn't see it.
I don't know. Just the reviews are mixed, but that makes sense. These used to be much higher than the current 52. I'm guessing that's all people complaining about this. There's also an issue. The other reason, there's a technical thing. It's similar to what I was having with Odyssey last week, where I get in a launch loop and it would never resolve. I figured that out, but it's causing, some people are having that issue, and that's like an authentication issue, but that's some of this too. I had no problem playing it since then, though. I don't know, man. I was trying to give Ubisoft some love, and I don't think maybe I spoke too soon. That seems a little
you might
scuzzy.
you might be grandfathered in. Like, this might just be for new customers, not for existing customers, right? So.
Yeah, if it's the existing folks that are getting hosed, though, that is dirty.
No, I don't think it's existing folks. I think if you've already got a license for all the content, you're fine. I think this is designed to bring in some new interest, right? It's 10 years. We're 10 years on now.
Yeah. The game's got legs. It's good.
Like John, literally John.
I just requested a refund for the.
I love it.
I'll buy the bundle. I'm fine with the $15 bundle, but I'm not going to spend $25 on the season passes.
Dirty money.
In the game. Yeah.
They can eat a turd on that. All right. Fair point.
Rocks. Get out of here.
Fair point. All right. Well, let's move on to a game that is not tied into any kind of corporate greed. Let's take a look at a game called. Oh shit! Now Steam's in the way. Hold on. There we go. Good job there, Johnson. All right. I played a game called Cult of Pin. This is a small indie effort.
An ATM story.
Yep. Cult of your pin number. It's always sixes. 6666. Actually, does that work if you do more than 3 sixes? I don't know how the number of the beast works.
I don't know. I have not tried to use 6666.
Well, next time I summon Beelzebub, I will try it. Anyway, so I'm playing this game called Cult of Pin, and the best way can I describe this is a small indie effort. Think Windows 3D pinball, kind of. Remember that game, the thing you played?
I do.
All had Windows.
Yeah.
Think like that a little bit, but like Balatro style. This is a roguelike pinball machine thing, but it's like, I keep saying the name wrong. Balatro, whatever.
Shit.
See, it's not just me.
Well, no, it's you that's causing it.
Balatro. Sure, I'll say that.
So I think what you do is you go Balaltro.
I blame the maker
add
of
an
that.
extra L into there.
The guy that made that game shouldn't have called it such a stupid name. That would have helped. Anyway, this is like, more of that. This is a big trend right now in a lot of indies. They're adding those kind of mechanics where you just create crazy builds and do insane things. In this case, it's on a pinball table with some pretty good physics. And that's the thing that jumps out.
2D?
It's 3D. Okay. Definitely 3D. You zoom in and stuff. This is one way to play it. You can also play so that it scrolls rather.
Okay.
I thought it was just a metal
scrolls.
If you don't like it like this, we can put some skulls.
You guys want some skulls?
Six skulls.
And here goes the boss fight. You're fighting this Cthulhu-like eyeball thing. Oh man, this guy ripping through Act 2. Wow. Anyway, it is like an eldritch horror kind of thing. You're working your way through hell and these tentacle monsters and stuff, and the boards change. I want to say there are. Oh, I didn't write them down. There are 9 tables, I think. This is just one we're seeing right here. Many bosses to fight and beat, and you do it with these upgrades. So you earn, essentially it's XP, although they have a word for it. I forgot what it is. But as you earn that from just playing pinball, basically, and beating these bumpers, you unlock abilities, and you apply those abilities, and then you're that much stronger. And sometimes it's like a weird gravity ability, or like that one right there that we just saw, or it's like the ball will slow down when it's coming too fast. Like normally it's really hard to catch it. Like that guy just lost a ball. That was pretty fast. You can do things that tweak that behavior when you're about to lose a ball, so you can be quicker on the reaction. A lot of pinball ideas, but taken to, extremes, because again, this is, all about extreme builds and trying to survive. And then if you lose, you come back with stuff from in between the game. Ooh, he hasn't done that to me yet. Holy shit. All right. Sorry. I'm just seeing things happen on screen that haven't happened in my game yet, and that's always weird. Anyway, it's cool. It's not much else to say, and I haven't played that much of it, obviously, because I just saw something new in Act 3, but it's cool. Just a fun little inexpensive game. It's reviewing really well, and I grabbed it just on a whim. I saw it and went, oh, that looks neat. And I like pinball mechanics in my video games. Like Pokemon Pinball is my favorite pinball game ever.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it. I've been playing that a lot too, so that's part of the reason I think I did this. But it's really good. So check it out. If you're sick of real tables and you're just too concerned about, oh, this is exactly like the pinball machine it's based on. If you're not one of those players and you'd rather do some weird shit, this is it. So check it out. Oh, and your balls are eyeballs, by the way.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of eyeballs when I was looking at the video. It seemed like very focused on eyeballs.
Oh, they're way. In fact, as you can see in this video, the eyes are always following your balls too, like in real life. Yeah. So it's just like get this weird, like I said, Cthulhu kind of deal going. It's cool though. I liked it. So check that one out. That is available on Steam. It's called Cult of Pin. Also excellent on Steam Deck. And then finally, anyone at home who wonders what that buzz is, that's John's construction outside, just so you know.
They're back. They went away. It was so nice here for a minute.
They're probably getting lunch or something, right? Who knows what those guys. Oh, it went away again. Oh no, John muted us.
Yeah, it's because I muted.
It's all good. This happens. Black Jacket. Let's talk about Black Jacket. This is another roguelike, and it is a card game. And as you might guess from the name, it uses blackjack mechanics to get shit done. And it is basically playing blackjack in the underworld. I would say if you're looking for what's the vibe here, I would say Inscription is a good indicator. of what you might get out of this vibes wise. It's narrative, it has a story, and you deck build and gamble against lost souls in hell. You can bend the rules with these different upgrades and stuff so that you can try to beat these souls, get enough soul coins, which then lets you bribe the ferryman and the ferryman, and that gets you out of there. So you get out. This is how you escape hell. There's these 2 games I played this week are similar in vibes. Anyway, it's a good one of these. And if you're like me, you love the blackjack as a mechanic. I'd like the whole don't go over 21 thing in video games for whatever reason. It's just fun to add little tweaks onto. Maybe it's because it's so simple at the baseline. Don't go over 21. Try to beat the next guy's score. But then when you add, strange cards or weird abilities or whatever, it just gets more and more interesting to me. So I'm a big fan of this. Not a ton else to say except also getting killer reviews, plays great on Steam Deck, and is currently available for pretty cheap. I want to say it's $10 or less. Black Jacket is the game. All right, John. Let's take off the black jacket and let's put on some Tokon skins. What's going on?
Man, I'm so glad that the construction people decided to do. I just checked the camera right across the street by the time we got to what I've been playing. But
perfect.
We're gonna go through it.
We have a shared play here too on your list, I think.
Oh, you do?
Do we?
Which one?
What'd you play? Oh, you played Marvel Tokon.
Oh, we missed that.
Why don't you start and maybe they'll be gone by the time I talk?
Oh, I love that. All right,
okay.
Bo, what's your hot take on Marvel Tokon Souls?
Well, I mean, I'm more of like a story, like just of why I bought it, because I don't really play fighting games. I skip them all pretty much. And even when they're on sale, I think about it and go, no. But the marketing for this game and my algorithm has been haunting me. I keep watching videos of high level play, and then John talking about it has also been like, well, John seems to like it. So I bought it. I haven't played very much. I bought it yesterday because I just couldn't resist any longer. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's very, the art is, I don't know. It's just it's pumping on all cylinders. It's very appealing. And I decided I wanted to get in and play it. So I bought it. And I was like, oh man, I paid full price for a fighting game. What a ripoff.
It's weird. I kind of thought you might be into them because your MOBA skills are not that. They're kind of adjacent, right?
But I'm not trained in that way. It's not my skill set. I'm all thumbs. I'm not just good at every competitive game, right? I'm good at the genres I'm good at, and so I'm not good. And so all I've done was I did the beginner tutorial, which is quite extensive and fun. You play as Captain America beating up Iron Man. He doesn't do anything. You just learn the moves, and I've forgotten them all already. And then I basically didn't do anything in the game other than go to training mode because I forgot everything. I did the initial thing, and I was like, I don't remember any of my strategies. And there's quite a lot going on in this game. I never played a tag fighter game too. It's always like Mortal Kombat or whatever, where you're just the character you pick.
Yeah.
But what's appealing about this one is you play as a team of 4, and I think it's any 4. Even though they market it as these pre-made teams, you pick any 4 heroes. You have one hero who's your main hero, the guy you picked, and then you pick 3 other people to be on the team that fulfill specific move slots. I think one of them's an assault combo guy, the other one's aerial, so hits the aerial hitboxes. And the third one does something else. And you don't start with all 4 of them at the beginning of the match. You start with one of your teammates. And then when you break through a wall, you earn, you open up your 3rd and 4th so that you get the full team. And then you get also increased ability to have resources to do combos, including a full 4-man move called an assemble. And you can also just permanently switch out. If I guess in the middle of the match, you're just I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. I got to switch to Storm to deal with what's going on. You can also just switch out to that hero and then be one of the other 3 heroes in the match. So even though I think they've done a great job of making the controls pretty simple, it's not complicated. You don't have to go up, down, X, X, Y to switch your hero. You just press left trigger and then pick a direction, just to even get a person out, and then having like when they combo, you can also flip over to them if you want. They'll stand on the screen and be like, "You want me to swap in?" And like for a second or two, and then you can. So there's just like, I think for me, this is like ADHD catnip, because like fighting games have a lot going on, but there'll be points where you're playing and like 8 fighters will be on the screen, like jumping in and out of the frame. And it just looks so gorgeous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even like, oh, I have to play every Marvel game. I love Marvel stuff. Like but they've done such a great job with the stylization of the Marvel stuff that I just find it hugely appealing. Their designs for all the characters are really cool. Even the, like Hulk, like just looks kind of awesome here. Like, I don't know, man. It just really spoke to me, and that's the extent of what I've played of it. I also found out, because I've been watching, like I said, YouTube content. One of them was Deadpool there's like 500,000 like Evo fighter lore references that they put into it. And I watched like a 20-minute video of them all. And I just really respected like the amount of effort, I guess, maximum effort, that they just like put into the game, like the small touches and stuff like that. And then also I found out there's a single player roguelike mode that has like progression based, where you get upgrades for each of the characters, and your opponents get progressively harder. Like, I don't know the full details, but I was like, oh, there's single player stuff to do in here as well, beyond just a campaign and then online play. They've got some like single player progression based business, and I was like, man, gosh dang it, I can't help it, I gotta buy it.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I bought it. That's the story anyways. So far it's cool. I didn't do any campaign stuff. Like I said, I just went. I've got to decide which heroes I think I want to drill down on first, right? Like, it's not just like pick one hero and get good at them. You can just play the one hero and not do any of the assemble moves, but I kind of want to like figure out which 4 characters I'm interested in like putting on my team. So it's like, I don't know, it's interesting. I'm stoked to play it. I'm like, I don't know, it's pretty. I think overall the package is pretty sweet.
You think this is going to be like your next week? You're going to come back and go, "Oh, you guys!"
It has that potential, but we'll see. I have like, my problem right now the past couple of weeks is I just want to play Elden Ring again for the first time, but that's impossible, and nothing else is scratching the itch.
Oh,
games. Like, except like that's why I keep playing Night Rain, because I'm just like, oh man, Night Rain's so sweet. But I want just like a good progression game to play that feels like the most important game in the room, and I'm happy to be spending all my time in it. Like, I just can't get worked up over Crimson Desert. I tried to play Dark Souls, like nothing's doing it for me. So I've been just playing the DragonSword while I wait for something to happen. But so this could fill that itch. I'm kind of getting the feeling not, but as you get deeper into it, maybe you will. I don't know. John seems to be interested in going pro based on
John, tell where are you at with it?
Funny enough, pretty much the same place Bo is. I got through the tutorial and I went, great, that was fun. I don't remember anything you just taught me. And so then I went into the character training and I started trying to learn some characters, because here's the thing. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I set the CPU to easy and I went into that campaign, I could beat the campaign. But did I learn anything? Did I become a better fighting game player? Did I become a better human being in general? No. I'm still trash. I'm trash that crossed something off a list.
You're a button masher.
Yeah. A dirty button masher. And I wanted to get good at this. I wanted to know what I was doing. And to do that, I had to go into the character training. And so hurdle number 1. And this is a personal one, but I was like, okay, which character am I going to play? Which characters am I going to learn first? Obvious answer would be Spider-Man.
Sure, your favorite.
My Marvel Rivals undefeated Spider-Man play is legendary. Like, people still talk about how I have never lost. I have a 100% win rate in the game and 100% win rate as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so
people in the sense of John he says that.
Yeah, but anytime anybody tells that story that I'm undefeated would also be
which is usually you also,
maybe,
but yeah.
Maybe this will be a second place where I can take Spider-Man to the stars, you know? So I started training Spider-Man. I was bad at it. So I was like, okay, well, what else? Let's try another character. Let's see if I'm better at a different character. And then maybe we can build skills elsewhere and come back to Spider-Man.
Sure.
And applied knowledge. And I was like, who else? So I'm looking down the roster. I was like, you know who's cool? Magic is cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn magic. And then something terrible happened. They had a tournament.
Oh, shit.
Found out that the number 1 and number 2 most played characters are Spider-Man and Magic. And I was like, God damn it.
Oh, man.
While he talks, here's some pro level play of some Spider-Man versus Green Goblin.
All right, I'll put it up.
Put that up instead of just running the trailer over and over again while John talks.
Yeah.
So this is bad for 2 reasons. One, it's like bragging about being like, well, you know, I play Ken and Ryu pretty good, which isn't cool.
It is kind of like that. That's true. How's your Scorpion and Sub-Zero play these days? Yeah, it's like that. Anyway.
And if you want a less hipster, like, ooh, I'm playing something interesting take on it, them being popular means they're also going to be the first on the nerf list. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's playing that character probably for a reason. They're going to be the ones that get nerfed. So I was like, gosh dang it. Why do I have to like the 2 most popular characters?
Yeah.
But I was like, I really like Magic. I like the way her moves work. I like the teleport. I like the sword. I think she looks cool. Like,
she's your Dommy mommy.
Yeah, the camera angles when she does something cool just make me feel things. And I was like, so this is probably the right choice. I'll stick with this. So I started trying to do the character lessons, and I got to the combo lessons, which is where I fell off with Spider-Man. I was like, I can't do a combo to save my life. Yeah. And then I got to Magic, and I still can't do a combo to save my life. I am really bad at fighting games. I think about your personal opinions of me, even speculations, if not confirmed, and think of anything I'm not good at. And I'm worse at this.
Wow.
Like, I'm the worst at this than anything I've ever been bad at in my life.
Damn.
And I am just not good. And I blamed the controller, which led me to Amazon to start considering buying a fighting stick. Because I was like, I'm just a controller.
This is great. I love where this is going. All right.
Clearly not the dipshit trying to figure out how buttons work. It has to be the tool. Yeah. Now, there is some truth to this, because I started on my 8-bit do, not a fighting stick, controller, and then I was like, well, let's see how I did so poorly. Let's just see how I do on the Steam controller, which is what I've been using for everything, but for whatever reason, I didn't think it would be good for a fighting game. So I tried the Steam controller, and I did a lot better.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, the controller changed and I did improve. So maybe a fighting stick would help. So I haven't ruled out the need for a fighting stick yet. But
I love this story.
I also have to be realistic and understand that, like, hey, that controller isn't doing that much heavy lifting here. Like, it's not that much of the problem. So I was practicing. And here's the thing. If I could get over trying to feel awesome at it, I think I could get it, because I haven't spent a ton of time on it in the grand scheme of things. My playtime on Marvel Tokon is currently 3 hours.
Okay.
So I have tried for 3 hours to get good at this game. That's not much. They say 1,000 hours. I've only done 3.
Yeah.
So that's not much. I did have someone, because I have been a little vocal in Discord that I'm like bad at this game. And I was like, oh, I'm so bad at this game. And I did have someone send me a message and said, well, you have the achievement for clear 10 combo challenges and character lessons, so you can't be that bad, because that's progress. I haven't done that yet, so you're doing that. And I was like, okay, that's true. Fair. But also that was between 2 characters, and I do think you can cheese it. I think you can do the easy combos on lots of characters and get the achievement.
No, and there's like there's combos, but there's high level stuff because you know the crossover moves, John.
Yeah.
But there's also crossover, counter crossover.
Oh yeah,
and then my brain starts to melt a little bit. Where I'm like, wait, what? So I do an attack, then do a crossover. They do a crossover counter, and then I can counter the crossover, and it's just like, then my brain's like leaking out of my ears, and I'm like, I just don't get it.
I wanted to show my wife a move in the game, and I was like, yeah, you do it by doing your ultimate move. Let me show you. I was like, I don't remember how to do it. And then I looked on the menu and I couldn't figure out where it was in the menu.
So it's not as simple as just like pull up a quick hit list like in Mortal Kombat.
There's a
combo list, and there's a trainer too for each individual fighter, which I haven't done, but there are good training tools. This is like,
and even the training tools are gamified. So let's say you want to get good at Spider-Man. You go to training for Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. The first bit of training you're going to do is like, this is his punch. This is his kick. Here's just a wall of text that like this broad overview of the character. You do this jump move, do this special move. They show you all the like basics of Spider-Man. Hey, did you know you can hold down and you creepy crawl on the floor like Spider-Man? Nobody else does that. So here, practice it as Spider-Man.
Sure.
Then you go to combo training, which is like now take all the special moves you learned and apply them into combos. This is where I fall off because this is where it gets hard because it's not just the days of Mortal Kombat of like, light punch, medium punch, high punch, low kick, like you're not just hitting a button for each combo. It's use magic's teleport, then teleport through it, then do a teleport attack while teleporting, then call in your partner while you're completing your teleport, then do a standing punch, then do a crouching hard punch, then do a standing hard punch, then jump up, punch him in the air, then do a dash punch cancel to then continue that combo so you can do a dash punch cancel again so that you can then do that one last time before you have to fall to the ground and end with a flourish. And it's like, there's so much to do, and I can't do it very easily. But the third tier, once you get through the combo training, this is where it gets gamified. The third tier of training is really cool because instead of just giving you a list of what they want you to do to execute on, what they do is they say, okay, you need to do X amount of damage. You need to start your combo on the ground with X, or light attack.
Yeah.
Right? And somewhere in the combo, you have to use this move. And this is how much meter you have. Go. And you have to sit there and do whatever you want to do to figure out how to do that. And practice it. And even as somebody that couldn't get through the combos, doing the combos that they were giving you, I messed around with that mode. It was a lot of fun. I was like, because to me, that's what a fighting game is all of a sudden I'm sitting there going, okay, what happens if I do light punch, mid punch, crouching low punch, standing or hard punch? What happens if I combine all these? And how do I execute that into something like cool and follow the instructions that it's giving? I got damn close. I was off by like 5,000 damage on one of my attempts, and I felt really proud of myself. I was like, look, I invented that myself. I didn't look up a guide. I didn't look up a combo list. I just took what I knew about the character and I applied it to a situation, and I almost did the whole thing by myself. And I'm sure if I could get through these goddamn combo trials, I could figure out how to do it on its own. But like even that is its own game, and they give you cool rewards for it. I think if you complete the first 2 of those, you get a new costume for the characters. So there's a lot of cool stuff tied to it and incentive to go through and learn the characters. And I'm trying. The problem is I'm definitely overthinking it because 2 of the combo trials that I did complete, I completed without looking at the screen while I was watching a video about Absolute Batman on my second monitor. But I was just going through the button presses because I was like, I know what I need to do. It's like...
Trying to play a Marvel game while you're studying DC
it's
shit.
Like It was like crouching Y, standing B, crouching B, jump B, toward B, up B, toward B, up B, toward B. And I'm just like sitting there going, while I'm watching other stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like completed. And I was like, I'm better at this game when I'm not watching.
You're not really paying attention.
Like you gotta find that flow state, apparently.
Do you think these games are just, this is what they are now? Like we're talking about the complexities and the layers and all this stuff. Have they all been doing this and we just haven't noticed because it's all Mortal Kombat for us or something? Or what do you think?
I think like what they do is they make it both accessible and high skill expression, because it does feel like to access the flashy moves, it's not that hard. Like John's making it sound complicated because high end play, there's a lot of, what is it, low floor, high ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Like you can just press XYB, which is, and then like if you have enough meter, you'll do your big special move. Like, and I'm just like, well, this isn't a complicated combo. This is XYB. Like, or if you go XXX and you have enough meter for something at some point, I'm still fuzzy on it, you'll just launch into a skill attack instead of having to do any weird key presses. So like you do get access to all the fancy, fun, super graphics doing very basic things. But, you know, part of the fun is once you get nerdy about it is like, oh, wait, if they're doing an aerial attack, then I can do an aerial block and then counter with a skill attack for this specific character. And then you potentially are playing with up to 4 characters. So even if you get good at one hero, you kind of want to be good at all 4 of the heroes. And they probably, I don't really know, but they probably have all different nuances. You know, in terms of like John said, as Spider-Man, you could crawl on the floor. And I know as Green Goblin, you have a glider. That's so you can just hover in the air, which not all the characters can do. Like, and then as you get more high level, you stop thinking about what you're doing and you've got to read what your opponent's doing and what their tendencies are. And what you're trying to beat is that, and not think about your moves, except for when they do that, I do this.
Yeah, your moves are just a method for damage output when you get a window to attack. Like, everything else is just trying to avoid damage and find your window, and then when you find your window, it should almost be muscle memory, like, and then I input this crazy damage that I have learned how to do. But the thing is, and I think this is why this is different, is, again, I'm trying to learn. You, me, Bo, any of us could probably go into story mode, drop that difficulty down, and clear it.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, I beat the game.
Probably.
You know? Like, and we wouldn't have to do any of this research. We wouldn't have to do any of this. We'd see the story they've presented. We'd get to play as the cool characters. We'd get to see the cool moves. But I'm trying to learn how to actually do this because I do love fighting games. It has been a genre of game that I have loved from very early on. I used to be obsessed with going to the arcade because the magic of one day I walked past the arcade and there was Mortal Kombat 2 and I didn't even know that was a game they were making. But all of a sudden, like, the sequel to Mortal Kombat was just in an arcade and I could go play it.
Hell yeah.
Was so magical to me. Like, that stuff is cool, and I've never been good at it. I've always been a button masher, and that has never worked. And it never did. It's never going to. And occasionally, you know, you figure out something. You know, in the Injustice games, there were some characters I knew enough about to where it's like, yeah, I can go up against harder fights and do okay. Or I could play against a friend and beat him up, you know, most of the time. But I know that I'm not good at those games, and I want to change that. And I picked this one because it's a pretty game. It's got lots of Marvel characters in it, which I like. And it seems very well made to, like, as a start. And Street Fighter 6 is also adding Tifa soon. So
that's right. You got to get ready.
We got to build these skills. Skill up.
Yeah.
And so
now that I've started one,
now's the time. But it's hard. It is unlike any other video game. You know, there's a lot of transferable skills. I don't feel like I came into this with a lot of transferable skills.
Yeah. I have the same exact beef, which is why I haven't bought it, and I'm infinitely interested in hearing about it. Like, I like hearing about how this game is, but I just don't. If I do this, I know what I'll do. I'll get frustrated and I'll say, or I'll beat the story once on easy, like you said, and then I'll go and fall off. I don't want to do that every time I find a fighting game, so I just won't play them. Like, at least with Mortal Kombat, it's like, dude, I just tore his spine out and put a frog up his butt or whatever at the end. Like, weird. Oh, look what they let you do now. You know, like, there's like that factored in those games, and those campaigns are crazy. This doesn't really have that, right? It's kind of like just...
Their campaign mode, I believe, is like they brought in a bunch of different artists to tell like a story for each of the main teams.
It's like a comic, live in motion comics.
Yeah.
It actually looks really sick. I haven't started them yet, but I saw some preview of them, and it's kind of unique in terms of like, mostly it's CGI cinematics, right? But this is like comic art. Like, it looks sick. Like,
they even credit the comic book artists who did it, so it sounds like they got actual artists who are in the industry to do it. So
interesting.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And man, they look so cool. Too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just the thing, is the characters look so awesome, and I was lucky enough to have been given the super special pat yourself on the back edition of the game, and I have the like crazy old school Iron Man and Captain America skins. As much as I like the designs, and I don't think there is a single bad designed character in the roster. I think maybe the one I like the least is Carnage, but that's because I'm a very like traditional, I like the Mark Bagley original Carnage, and this is definitely a step closer towards like Venom and how they do symbiotes now. Mm-hmm. But by and large, I love the designs of all the characters a lot. But they've got the old school Captain America and Iron Man, and not only that, you can also apply a shader and get one where it's shaded like a classic old school comic book. Oh my god, I would play an entire game of just that. I love how it looks so much. They do seem very jarring compared to the other 3D modern art style rendered characters, so I will happily probably fork over as many dollars as they want to try and get these, because I love the style of them. But it is the full retro Iron Man where it looks like he's wearing a metal onesie, and there's something about the look of that. I know it looks stupid. I said it to my wife because she was looking at the costumes, and I'm like, look at this Iron Man, and she's like, that looks dorky as hell. I was like, I know, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Hard to deny. There is a real vibe in this game, no doubt. I mean, look at this thing. It's probably too much. Like Bo was saying, there's so much happening on screen, but I love the look of this.
It looks, and it plays really good too. Yeah. And like everything about the game, I'm digging on. And honestly, Scott, I do think you could pick it up and not get frustrated. But it just depends on where you want to be at. Because again, it is a game where, you know, if you do the heavy punch 3 times, you'll go into your special move. It has like auto combos and stuff like that. It has modern features to let you feel like you're doing good. But it is a case of, if you do that, eventually if you decide, I'm going to go see how I do online because I'm kicking this computer's ass, you'll probably get humbled pretty quick, I would imagine. But yeah. I still think you could find some fun there, but I've picked an extra level of commitment. It sounds like maybe Bo's on the same path. And
well, yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet, but it was mostly just I couldn't help myself. You know what I mean? I was like, it just looks too cool to me.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like they not in terms of like the art. I feel like the presentation has really knocked it out of the park. And even as I've loaded up the game, you'll see a lot of people complaining about the PC version. That's why the Steam reviews are mixed, and people are mad at PlayStation because you do need the PSN account.
Oh, but, do you? I didn't know it was a PlayStation join at all. I didn't know they had anything to do with that.
Yeah, you got to log in with your PSN account, which took me a couple minutes, but I got over it.
Still dumb.
I still don't like it, but a lot of people are what I'm saying is these reviews are like protest reviews. Also, name a fighting game that isn't mixed. Like every time I look at a fighting game, whether it's Street Fighter, Tekken, or whatever, like there's always people mad about it, and yet they still play it by the thousands.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really let that deter you in this particular case. They also patched it, so it launched on PC really bad, I think I probably missed that window because it was working amazing. I cranked everything up to maximum and have had zero issues or lag so far. I don't know about online yet, but so far
Yeah,
my
it sounds like a
experience-
lot of the problems were online, so I also haven't had any issues or anything, but I haven't played online.
But
they
but
have
I've
also
watched
patched
something
it.
where they said they've like online's been patched too. Like they're not ignoring the quality or state of the game. So,
That's good. You
So,
wouldn't
you know,
want to
these
do
are-
that for a game like this.
So like having read that, because usually like I stayed away from Beast of Reincarnation because of the mixed reviews. 'Cause it looked boring and it sounded boring. But in this case, it didn't really deter me. Like it just looked like, and it's like I already watched a lot on YouTube. Like, you know, I'm like, maybe I don't need to buy the game. I've seen all it has to offer, and I'm like, nope, I'm still gonna buy it. I want to play as these characters. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see what all the fuss is in this room.
Yeah.
And you know, it just seems good. And they do, I think, tend to release a lot of DLC characters, so the roster gets filled out pretty extensively. And I find myself also just being like, I wonder what other cool superheroes they'll add.
Yeah, they've
in the
announced
future.
one already.
Oh, they did? That's awesome.
Yeah, the first DLC character is going to be Cyclops, but it's not regular Cyclops. It's Cyclops with the Phoenix Force.
Oh,
So
weird
That's
choice.
an interesting choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know what encouraged that, but it's certainly going to mean that he is a very different kind of character than what you would expect by it being Cyclops.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Also, like notably too, like Arc Systems is also a studio of like note here, because like I've often looked at their fighting games and went, man, I wish I could play like Guilty Gear Strive. Has always looked really cool to me. They even put Lucy from the Cyberpunk anime as a fighter in that game. But it just didn't crack. It's like its own IP with its own characters. There was nothing. The marvel of it all really kind of think is going to bring in some people. Like I would say it brought me in, even though again I don't go out of my way to play every Marvel game like some super fan. They were such cool versions of the characters that I'm familiar with. You know that I'm like, oh
Yeah.
you know, it looks neat. And now I'm kind of like, oh maybe I want to try Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah, dude. They're gonna
I'll wait for a
go.
sale or whatever and play some Guilty Gear.
I have it, so if you end up playing it and getting it, and we both end up getting good at fighting games, we could play some Guilty Gear.
Oh my lord.
I also have it.
I
Well, we
like.
can play Tokon Souls too. Right now,
Yeah, that's a good point. We could also play the game we both are practicing and getting excited for.
You can play
Yeah,
this brand
I'm
new
not trying to
game.
get ahead of myself. I've barely learned. Like I'm all thumbs too. I feel exactly as John feels, where it's like my ego wants me to at least be competent, and I'm like super incompetent at the game. But it doesn't feel that hard either. What feels hard is just having the Rolodex of options, like knowing what to do and when to do it. I've done combos in other games. I feel like that's a climbable mountain after some time.
Yeah.
But what I feel is tough is just like, oh, should I do an uppercut combo or do I do a low to the ground combo? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? What? And you know, it's not like a strategic game where you have like 30 seconds to maybe think about your next move, like Hearthstone or even Heroes to some extent. You know, moment to moment, there's downtime where you're like, okay, let's try this. You know, these games last like minute. You know, so every decision has to happen in a very short window, and I just don't have the muscle memory or the thinking patterns for it.
Well,
So maybe, hopefully, you know, soon. I don't know, or not. If I'm not having fun, I won't play it.
guys
Maybe
will
hope, you know.
be token on token for a while, maybe.
Yeah. Also, the names. Yeah, the name makes me feel like we're token on some souls.
dude.
Like weed addicted warlock or necromancer. Toke on some souls.
Token on the souls. All right. Well, there you have it. John, you also played Agent 64, Spies Never Die. It sounds like an N64 game. What is this?
Well, it wants to be an N64 game really bad.
Okay.
This is a modern game that just came out. That is a loving homage to GoldenEye 64 and Perfect Dark.
Interesting.
So it is trying to herald back to that era of game. And honestly, compared to some attempts to modernize games like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, it does a pretty decent job. It's a little weird because those games were designed with an N64 controller in mind, for good and for bad. They were designed to have extraordinarily generous auto aim because aiming down sights was not a thing. Like, you didn't have two sticks. So if you tried to do precision aiming, you would actually lock in spot and just aim with a little cursor that appears on the screen, and your little gun would trail. It doesn't play like other shooters. It plays very different. But I still think that there are things that those games did that I wish more modern video games would do, which is, I love that GoldenEye's difficulty wasn't solely about, well, you take fewer shots and then you die and the enemies are more accurate. That's a part of it. But one of the biggest parts was we built these big levels with lots of things for you to do. And if you want higher difficulty, you have to go and achieve more things in the level. There's more for you to do and figure out and get through. And that's one of the big differences. And I kind of miss that sort of thing. That said, this game, I feel like, hits on a lot of the things it's going for, but it didn't quite do it for me. It definitely felt, the influences felt there, but the magic, and maybe that magic is just nostalgia and remembering what it was like to be 13 playing N64 or whatever. The magic wasn't really there. I very quickly was like, yeah, it feels like a loving homage, but it doesn't feel like the thing. And so I ended up not particularly liking it. It felt like, so again, if you're a super fan of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and you're now going to make a video game, I feel like there are two ways to go. You either kind of try to recapture exactly what that was and make a new one of those, because obviously you don't have the IP or property or rights or anything, or you take your countless hours that you've spent in those games and make the next one of those. And that kind of feels like what this is. This felt insanely difficult for what it was. It felt like a game that somebody who's played way too much GoldenEye would go, yeah, this is the next level. It didn't really feel like a callback to what I liked about GoldenEye. It felt like too many enemies, too many. One of the coolest parts about GoldenEye is you got a silenced gun. If you opt for that instead of a gun that, maybe shoots a lot more and does more damage and all that, you can sneak around and get some business done. This felt a little more scripted. It felt a little less open to have multiple ways you can go through a stage. This was a little more like, now memorize enemy placements, go through, and that's a part of those games, but it wasn't always the part of the game that I liked. And so I think at the end of the day, it felt like a game that this is the game for people who always stuck with these games and wants a new one of those. And that's probably a lot of people. I'm more of a, man, I wish I could just go back and play GoldenEye again. And yeah. I think that's what I was looking for. Another thing of note, obviously multiplayer was a big part of, these games. This does have multiplayer. I can't tell you a thing about it because when I tried to launch the version that didn't have anti-cheat, it wouldn't launch for me.
Oh.
One nice thing about this game, though, is if you don't like anti-cheat, you can launch a version that disables online features and doesn't run anti-cheat on it. And that ran no problem. So I just played that version because I wasn't going to play online anyway.
Right.
So I don't know if I could have found a workaround, but it wasn't a big priority.
Sure.
So I knew I wasn't going to go online and try it. For me, I had a ton of fun with GoldenEye and Perfect Dark multiplayer because I was a kid and my friends would come over and we'd sit around the TV and argue about who played Odd Job and who was looking at whose screen. That was the advantage as an adult with the internet and wireless. The idea of doing co-op one of these games is very minimal.
Yeah, could only
it's
imagine.
It's there if you want it. So I think there's an audience for this. I think it's worth a checkout if you think you're that audience. You know, see if it's for you. It wasn't for me. I think that, you know, I probably just kind of want to play GoldenEye again. In fact, GoldenEye recently, I think, had a fan PC version come out, and maybe I'll check that out at some point, because that's probably something that I would be more interested in trying. But it's also a game. It's a game of its era. It's a game of its time. It's a game of its platform. Like, you can't really. I think the reason people have had a hard time finding the magic of GoldenEye, including the people who made it, because it's not like Time Splitters. That's what it was called, right? That they went on to do Time Splitters.
Some people went on to Time Splitters. They left Rare though to do it. Rare went from GoldenEye straight to what's her name?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, and then a bunch of those people bailed. Did Time Splitters 1 and 2, and then, I don't know where they are now, but yeah.
Time Splitters was very much a spiritual successor to those games, and it also felt disconnected from it because, again, it was of its time. It made the best of where it was. It made the best of a shitty situation in a lot of ways, and it made something exceptional as a result. But you can't really go back to that. You can't go, okay, I have a mouse and keyboard, and I would like to now play a game that was heavily limited by the fact that there was only one analog stick available at the time of this video game coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And I want that to play exactly how it did, but also feel good on a modern system.
Yeah.
You know, it really is a game where it's like, yeah, you kind of want to play it on N64, or at the very least a controller that's trying to emulate it to some degree.
Kind of want to go back.
Yeah.
Because it's
and
just,
I played GoldenEye on the Xbox version not too long ago because my son wanted to play it, because I realized it was on Xbox Live, and I've said before, he's obsessed with GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And I let him play it, and immediately I was like, oh God, the controls are so bad, and trying to find a control scheme that worked for him where he wasn't just like staring directly at the ground. I was like, I don't know, buddy, I'm trying to figure it out. This doesn't play like any first-person shooter should play today. I'm trying to figure out how it works. So, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think it's worth checking out if you have a ton of nostalgia for this and have thought, man, I wish they made more games like it. See if it's for you. It might be, but I didn't much care for it by the end of things.
Well, I appreciate you taking that bullet so we could learn more about what this thing even was. I had no idea it even existed, so there you go. 80-something%. That's not a bad review on the site. It sounds like about where you're at. It's like, it's not the full deal, but it's some of that.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think it's going to draw in people that are interested in it, right? Like, I don't think a lot of people that are like, I loved Doom, and now I want to check out this throwback to GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's the people, right? The people who are going to play this game are the people who think they might like it, and I feel like that's going to hit different depending on who those people are.
Yeah, good for it existing, I think. But I don't know. Maybe they'll refine the thing and do better next time.
And one last thing, I noticed right before we started recording that I had been gifted a game called Death Howl, which I had not heard of. So I want to give a thank you to More Air 90 for gifting that, and I'll have to check that out. I hadn't even heard of it.
This game's great. I haven't reviewed it though. I haven't talked about it here. It's cool. Let's see. Is it still? Yeah, it's still in the 90s. This is a very cool game. I'm curious what your take would be.
It looks like what's it? What's that game? I never remember the name of it.
FTL Into the Breach.
Into the Breach, yes.
A little bit. Yeah, there's some of that. It's this grid-based, like turn-based combat, but then you're also kind of traveling over this world when you're not in combat, and the art style's crazy and weird. It's cool. Very cool game. Came out last year, I think. Or yeah, there it is, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool game. That's actually a real get. I like that one. Nice. It's part of. There's an isometric sale right now. What else is in there for that? I'll look at that.
Isometric sale. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, I own an embarrassing number of these.
saying the same thing. It popped up. It's a bunch of
tons of them
in library.
Oh, the sale of my library games.
Remember Wilson? They only want $2 for that right now. It wasn't very good. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh man, Marvel Midnight Suns is on sale. If you heard me talk about that for like 3 weeks, and we're like, man, it's $16 right now.
Really cheap. Yeah. My favorite of the Pillars of Eternity, number 2, is up here for sale for $7. Oh, you know what they had on sale that I thought was crazy? I think it's already over. It's like a flash sale, but Microsoft put Halo 5 up for like $4. It's usually $69. Like it's a full price game. $4 for that thing. I don't know why. It just was. And I was like, I don't have this on Steam. I'm just getting this. Because when I played with you guys, I think it was on Game Pass way back. But 5's cool, man. 5's a good... Not Halo. Did I say Halo?
Yeah. I was
Gears of War. Gears of War.
Oh, Gears of War.
Gears 5.
All right. That changes it. I was like, man, Scott, I hate to crush your thoughts on Halo 5.
Yeah, I'm the wrong game.
Like I feel very strongly in the disagree category.
I don't know how I got that wrong, but it is Halo. Sorry. It's core at show.core. No, it's the freaking Gears game. And Gears 5 is great. People shouldn't sleep on Gears 5 at that price. A stupid, stupid cheap sale. Maybe it's still up for that. Let me just check. Let's do a service. Gears 5.
No, it's not.
All right, it went back up. Oh, it's only $30 normally, though. That's not bad.
They do have a sale on a Gears triple bundle, which gets you Gears 5 Hive Busters. And then you also get Gears Tactics. Ooh, that is still on sale for $7.50.
Gears Tactics is awesome, dude.
The recent remaster is also on sale for like dirt cheap.
That was a remaster of 1, was it?
Yeah.
And then the E-Day is like a whole new game still coming, right? That's the prequel deal.
Yeah, that's the new one coming. I imagine that's why there's a sale on all this stuff, because it's
soon.
The big one's coming.
Yeah.
Right? So
I'd like Gears. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Gears of War, except the real ones. Real Gears of War can eat shit, but video games are great. Okay, let's move on down to Bo. DragonSword Awakening, finishing that up, polishing it off.
Yeah. So like I've finished the main story, but there's still like you can still play the game to max out your player level, your skill levels, your equipment, your awakening, and your karma card. You know, there's all those like treadmill mechanics that are in gotchas are there, but like it goes quicker. So like I have all 19 characters. They're mostly maxed out, but I have room to like, you know, put some more crit here and there, get some more resources. And then mostly what I've been having fun with is just because you don't swipe your credit card for progression. They've like lathered the zones and treasure chests. So it's kind of, you know, it's just like fun to go out in the open world, fight some area bosses, and then look for the treasure chests. But it's all incredibly simple. It's just I haven't found an exit ramp to the game because I haven't decided on a game I want to play next. Like I keep trying stuff, and it keeps not scratching the itch. And there's a few things in the wings that once it comes out, I know will pull me. You know, will you know, get me to stop playing the game. So you know, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm ready to move on, I think.
Do you know what genres, like you say, you've got this itch?
Well, I got this itch to play Elden Ring again for the first time. Like, I just want a fun progression RPG. I think I'm going to get it in the form of Star Wars Zero Company. That's not out to the end of the month. So, you know, I'm ready to play it now, basically, and I'm ready for it to be good. It might be trash, but I'm ready for it to be good and for it to feel like I'm developing my team of Star Wars buddies in really cool ways.
But everything I've heard so far, like preview-wise, been real strong. So I think we're in good shape, I hope.
I want to sink myself into something with systems with depth. I don't want like surface level. Oh, put a perk point. You got a perk point. Put a perk point in. See, we have RPG mechanics too. No, I want some crunch.
Yeah.
To my RPG / tactical experience if possible. So Zero Company's like in there. Crimson Desert, I might be time to start playing it. I saw the pinball machine.
Yeah, dude.
And
I'm so excited to try that. I didn't. Is it in? Is the patch in?
I thought it was like. So I think what that trailer was like a summary of everything they've added since launch, which is a crazy amount of shit.
Yeah.
But they also just confirmed a DLC is coming. So I'm in this place where I'm like, the game's clearly in beta. They had to ship it at some point. It was in development for a gabillion years, and they just needed to make money, and the game's not done. So I felt like, and like the game's not so good that I wasn't able to put it down. Given that it's a big game and I'm still in the beginning where it's just teaching you how to like pick up cats and open doors and stuff, you know, it's like, or put like you have to put a bucket on your head to see memories, whatever the fuck's going on with that game. Yeah. And I was like, I think I could wait a little bit until they, you know, if they haven't got the kitchen sink in there yet, and it seems like they really want to put the kitchen sink in there. So I've just been kind of waiting on it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of waiting on it.
Yeah.
And like the UI was awkward to use, and I saw as part of the trailer a revamped UI, and I'm like, yeah, I can't. This game's not technically out yet. like technically it's released, you can buy it, but it's in beta still, which is fine. But I might start playing it. That's the high on the appeal factor. And there's another game that I'm just waiting for 1.0 for the love of God, which is No Rest for the Wicked. That's Dark Souls, but Diablo. And I've already played a little bit of it, and I like it. But it's been a long journey of early access. I mean, I think a couple of years. Maybe not that long. So, and it has multiplayer, like 4-player gameplay. It might even be a game I can play with some people with, maybe, you know. So No Rest for the Wicked, I think, comes out in 1.0 soon.
Yeah, it's like the Ori and the Wild Wisps people.
Ori and the Blowfish.
Yep.
Developers.
They're hot singles. No, yeah, that's and I've heard that, you know, because it launched a little rough, I think. So there was talk that it
was all right. It was
okay
like,
at launch.
I played it on launch, and it was like fascinating. It's because it's an ARPG, but it's friendly with controllers. You play with controller or mouse and keyboard, and it has the hefty attacks of Elden Ring, Dark Souls. Like,
yeah,
you pick up a weapon, your style's different, and you swing in the wrong direction, and you're open for attacks. And same with the enemies. You watch their patterns. One of the hallmarks is just the enemy AI is like tactical against you as well. You know, where they see you drinking a potion, so they're like, "Oh, time to attack." Whereas the like friendly game is like, "Oh, let's give the player a window to heal themselves," right? Like it's kind of designed that way. Whereas the games on that style is more designed to be like read your moves and not just cheat by just doing the most optimal move, but respond to you in a way where it feels like the enemies are, you know, responding to what you're doing and doing sensible things.
He's fishing too. Look, there's fishing. Did you see this?
Yeah, it's every game, dude. It's a curse on my life.
When I think of Bo now, like my first thought is Bo is a great guy. He's my friend, co-host, good man, good dude. Just he's great, and he hates fishing. Yeah, those are my two things. Yep.
Fishing in video games, I don't hate it that much in real life, honestly.
My fishing category in Steam is called Bo Games.
That's awesome. That's what I'm going to do for that category. I'm going to call them Bo Games. Wait, so this, I'm hearing like rip roaring like game of the year talk around this.
Oh, this is a really good game, and the reason why it stayed on my radar is like I do check in with ARPG Tube on occasion, you know, to find out what the scuttlebutt is around Path of Exile and Diablo and Grim Dawn, and you know, those guys just play that game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, put out new videos every week. When something big happens, you know, I do the algorithm's like, you like this stuff. We know you do. Here's some videos. So I end up just staying in touch with some of the stuff. And one of the things is a lot of those people are like big thumbs up to this game. And it's a little strange because it's not a power fantasy game. Numbers go up. It has that, but it's like very tactical, Elden Ringy too. So I've just been waiting. I'm like, I don't want to. Sometimes I've learned my lesson with a lot of games. If you really like it, you burn yourself out in early access, and then you got to replay it from the start, and the magic's gone, you know, later and stuff like that. So I'm like, it's clearly a 1.0 game. This would clearly scratch my itch. Please, October, you know, be awesome, I guess.
Yeah,
it's in October, so we got a month and a half.
We got a little ways to go. Equally excited. I also have this in my thing. I'm just letting it. It's one of those. I like you. I'm like, I'm just waiting for 1.0.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be great. So that's so I have all these games where I'm like, I'm ready to play them, but they're not ready for me to play them. And the last one is I do want to play Zero Parades, but I know it's going to be depressing, and I'm going to want to play it and read it, and I'm just not in the mood quite yet. But I have all these games that I'm just like, I need to play these games, but I have reasons to not play them, so I got to play everything that's like second best. Which Tokon Souls is pretty like interesting. I might get into that. I've also been flirting with the notion of playing Legend of Grimrock 2, which I love the first one, so maybe that's some. I don't know.
Anyways, I did too. Those games are great. I'm
in this sort of like netherworld right now where I'm just DragonSword is a comfort game and Night Rain to some extent. But I did try 2 other games this week. Oh, sorry, John.
Go ahead, John.
I was just gonna throw in at Scott because this doesn't help you at all, Bo. But Scott, do you realize we get a new Fire Emblem game next month?
Yeah, I saw the thing. I'm a little. Look, I love Fire Emblem. I have a Switch too. I like the old ones. I like the new ones. The only one I don't love is the one that everyone loves, which is the 3 houses thing.
I don't like that one either.
And this one looks very 3 housey.
I gotta tell you, I did not like 3 houses. Our buddy Kyle Ferguson, wanted to get into Fire Emblem, and much to the chagrin of all those 3 houses people, he asked other people. I shouldn't act like it was just me. Yeah. But he asked me which one to play, and I said Awakening. I told him to play the best one.
It is the best one.
And that's what I told him to play, and that's what he tried. And you know what? He liked it. So... in your face, all you 3 houses fans.
There's things I like in 3 houses. I just don't like the change of focus. The game is more of a relationship simulator, and it's fine for people who like that stuff. And I'm not poo-pooing on people's parade here. I just am more of a. What was the other one that came out after for the Switch called? Oh shit! It's an A name and it's shorter. That was more my jam. That played more like these games usually play. But Houses was just like. Just too much like, what does she think of what's going on? Let's go talk forever. Like, give me my tactics, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing is I am the person that would be like, oh, man, they made the social bits deeper and better. Like, I love that stuff. But I also liked it better when it was in the background, when it was like, oh, these units fought next to each other, and I go to a menu and I listen to them flirt. Like, that's what I liked. I don't want it to be a chore. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it there. So,
Free Ranger said it too. He says, let me guess, Scott, you didn't like 3 houses because of the Persona-like social sim between the battles. 100%. That's it. Didn't like it. And I'm not saying that's just, it's a me thing and it's fine. But I will probably play the new one because I really like the series. And we'll see how much that stuff is either refined to a point that I do like it, or maybe it's too much like it and I go back to other stuff. But sometimes I just want to play the 2 Sacred Stones one from the GBA. That game freaking rules. Like right behind Awakening by just like a hair. That's a good one. So go play that instead, everybody. Anyway, sorry, Bo, back to your deal.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
We took a side road there for a second.
Sidebars are totally on brand.
Yeah, they're welcome here.
Yeah. But I did check out a few other games that I liked. So one was TCG Shop Simulator.
So curious about this. Is your chore core this week?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't run out of my way to get especially these simulator style chore core games, you know. Yeah. But this has very high ratings, and it does have. You know, I mean, I've been to a card store. You know, it's like it actually seems appealing. I don't know why I picked it up. I was feeling experimental, basically.
Sure, you know, looking to scratch that itch, like you were saying.
It was high ranking, so I bought it a few weeks ago, and so I finally got around to like cracking it open. And surprisingly, I was like, when I first started, I'm like, this isn't very impressive. I don't know. You know, it's like, oh, they just drop you. They're like, here's your store. Here's a box. Unpack the cards, and I'm like, oh, it's just Pokemon
one
cards.
Of these.
Well, I'm also not a big fan of like Pokemon cards. Like, it's fine if you like it. It's just not my jam, you know. Right. So I'm like, I don't like the cards. and whatever. But somebody just want to.
I know. My gosh,
42 subs to you.
42 anonymous subs. Who is this anonymous person?
Good
my
Lord.
Gosh.
Well,
That's
knowing
really
that
nice.
defeats the purpose of anonymous, but that's that's pretty generous.
I'm buying
does he know
Tokon
they're-
souls. What? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, never mind. It's fine. Thank you. So, anyways, it was just very distracting because
Yeah.
everyone knows who did it.
Oh, do we? I don't know.
Anonymous gifter, and everyone's thinking, well,
I don't know who it is. How do we know? Do you really know?
we don't know. Anyways,
someone thinks it's Tolbert.
Nobody knows.
I don't think
audio listeners
it,
don't care about what's going on in our chat. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, listeners.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Bo.
So anyways, the game is like I was like kind of being a stinker a little bit about it, like okay, whatever, but I kind of kept playing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, this is just a retail sales clerk. Like I've done this before. Why am I playing a game like this? It's stupid.
It's like the grocery store one I play. It's just
But
like
I kind of was starting to like, it was like, oh, you need a game table so people can come in and play games. And I was like, all right. And then I'm like shopping. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, oh no, I actually like this. Oh no. So, it's like so far. So I didn't play much, but like I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, I kind of want to play. Like, that catnip feeling where you're like, you tried a game and then you're like thinking about it when you're not playing it.
Welcome to my world.
And like a part of me was just like, I wonder if I can make custom cards. Like this would be way more fun if it wasn't like if this was Magic cards, I'd be like, okay.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't there mods for this game that turn them from generic to
maybe I'd have to look
cards?
into it. And like I don't hate the Pokemon stuff. It's just not like my nerd. It's just not what's appealing to me, right? If it was like something,
it's got that
anything honestly, Transformers cards, Star Wars cards, like. Anything but Pokemon. I don't want to disrespect Pokemon, but I'm not a big respecter of Pokemon. Not for any particular reason other than I just think it's colorful shapes and kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's very basic in my brain.
Oh
Whereas,
yeah, Chad is already linking it. There is a Magic the Gathering mod for this game.
So I know there are tools to make your own, right? Which was what I looked into, but I didn't look. Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
if I can just
cool, dude.
If I can just do a full replacement of the Pokemon, get that Pokemon shit out of here. And
I think you can. I think this is like a WAD. You install it and bam, all your cards are this and they do the values and kind of makes me want to play.
Got Scott. He's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. Like, is this the only kind or is there's probably other types, right? Not just Magic. Like, I don't know what else there'd be.
I don't know. I haven't dug into it too extensively because I just thought I'd play usually I play the base vanilla game. And it's like, it is just a simulator game, but I just looked at, but I don't know that maybe because it's not Pokemon, it's Tetramon. I don't know. Maybe it's grown on me a little bit as well. So maybe I'll try both or so. Anyways, yeah.
Here's what they've got. Actual Pokemon cards, it looks like. So you could do that if you'd like that. So actual Pokemon stuff. Or Digimon. Let's see what else.
I mean, I've seen a Baywatch one.
Yeah, Baywatch cards. What the hell is that? I wonder if they're based on the actual collectible Baywatch cards.
It's the Baywatch, the TV show.
The Star Rail TCG mod.
I sent you the link for the Baywatch one.
Star Wars expansion. Shit. You know what? Oh, there's more pages too. Okay, I might have to get this.
I mean, yes, it's definitely Chorkori. You can like, oh my god, there's an Alex Jones Lost Assets show. Okay, I don't want that.
Well, no, but
Bison dollars. I get you can retheme your dollars to look like M Bison for some reason.
Bison bucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fire Emblem, there's a whole Fire Emblem collectible.
Oh, there's a
character.
One Piece. One Piece is big with people. There you go.
Marvel TCG. Everyone likes these.
Oh shit.
Yeah, John, look at these.
There's one that it's all a bunch of nudie cards. Look at that.
I mean, these are, I don't know how any of this is legal.
I'm surprised you found them before I find them.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but I recently modded my Midnight Suns, so my account is currently logged in, and I think you have to be logged in to see it. So if you just click to that link and you're not logged in, you're probably not seeing it. But
okay. Yeah, I'm not logged in. That's why.
Star Wars expansion.
Yeah.
Star Wars expansion mod.
Star Wars in here. There's.
they got the Cyberpunk TCG.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Cyberpunk 2077 or just Cyberpunk?
It could be just.
Oh yeah,
old
hang on.
school.
You can. Okay, I gotta sort by just cards, like sub out.
Yeah, go out to the
there.
cards. Cards only.
This is where we just shop for cards for a game that not
No,
even all
but this
of
is
us
the
own.
biggest.
Final Fantasy TCG, John. I just found it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
You're
I gotta get
screwed.
this game.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and recommend, even though I haven't played a lot. I'm gonna recommend this game to you now because of the mod. Like it's just Pokemon. It's like who gives a shit? But I'm going to install card mods and be like, this is the greatest game. So what happens when you open a pack as well, because you're a shop owner, you're not a TCG player. So it also, have you ever seen those videos on YouTube where like it's a short where they just open a pack and put the market retail?
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes it's a big card and it goes, oh shit, it's a $5 card or a $30 card. So it does that automatically in the UI where it's like ding, ding, ding. And when you get a high value card, it's like, bang, or it's like, oh shit, you got a lot of money from this card, so. And I think I'll be playing it again.
Are these based on real values? Because look at this, $250 for this Onion Knight Final Fantasy card. I wonder if that's real world, like if they're trying to.
Probably.
That's great.
I don't know how the in-game thing works because I think. So you can set the prices of your products, and if you're dirt cheap, you'll get more customers. But if they're expensive, people will seem to complain, and the traffic slowed down. So I think there's an in-game like market where these things might fluctuate as well, because in real life they fluctuate based on demand. But I haven't got far enough in the game to know if that's really a thing or not.
So I have to tell you this one that I saw again because I'm logged in.
Okay.
It's called The Horny Collection. It was posted by one random gooner 4 months ago.
One Randy Jordan. I almost heard you say that.
And it says, welcome to the Horny Collection, a mod that adds a collection of cards with not safe for work art from real artists.
Yeah.
No AI slop allowed. I like that this adult mod has more integrity than a lot of other stuff that's getting published.
That's
the AI art in these games, just because I cruise on by a lot of these store pages, is kind of a big. It's a bigger issue there because it's all slop games, right?
Yeah.
So you make a horny game with like 10 art assets that are AI generated and slap a $5 price tag on it. People like pissed about that.
Well, this game just went from I kind of think it'd be fun from a shortcore thing to
as you guys played Restory and I didn't, right? You're the shortcore enjoyers. Even though Restory looks cool, in my opinion.
It is neat.
Chat says it's bundled with Restory right now.
Yeah,
so apparently you can get a discount if you already own one.
There it is. Yeah, I can get it for 17 instead of the full whatever.
Honestly, Restory is bundled with a lot of games, though. I'm just saying. The Restory has 19 bundles.
I noticed that. That was crazy.
Yeah, there's 18 bundles available. So
I don't know how those work, but it's weird.
By the way, too, put this on your wish list now that I'm just seeing it. Low budget repairs.
Oh, I have it. So I have a key. Supposedly I have a review key coming from the devs, 3 of them. Did you guys get the 3 codes or the 2 codes I gave you today?
Oh, I didn't catch.
Before I forget.
I got one. Was there a second code?
Sorry, I meant
there were a code for each.
There was a code for each of us, sorry.
Okay, yes.
Just making sure you got it, first of all. Second of all, they're supposed to send us 3 of that home repair thing, which looks like it might be good, but I checked the reviews today. I don't have the code yet, but the reviews are terrible. I'm so sad. Are there 40K cards in this? Sorry, this is an ADD segment of the show. Holy shit. I can't believe I care about this. I'm getting this.
Yeah, you should buy it. I think you should buy it. Again, don't expect the blank simulator gameplay style, right? It's chud ass.
That's not gonna stop, Scott.
Yeah, no, I know. He's played much worse. I'm just saying it's definitely of that format. But this screamed out of any I would buy, the TCG Cards Shop Simulator is the most appealing.
You can buy deodorant to spray the stinky table people that come and use your table to game on if they stink.
That's right, yeah. So I saw there's a tactic too where you get an automated scent sprayer. So when they come in, you put it by the door and it sprays them with deodorant.
Yeah, I'm all in on this.
Yes, stinky people are a real liability.
97%. You don't get higher than that. And that's 33,000 reviews. Jeez. All right.
Yep. I think this is like, this is a This is a solid recommend. It's a confident recommend.
I don't even know how to respond.
Like I said, I played it and I was like, oh, I don't like this. But I was like, I kept playing it. And then when I stopped, I was like, maybe I should play it some more. And even today, I'm like, I think I'm going to play a bit after the show. So.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But Bo got the big catch of the week as far as I'm concerned.
A lot. It's relatively new, but it's been out for a little while. But yeah.
Early access still looks like, but some of the people that walk around your store look a little like placeholder Unreal, assets.
Yeah, I think it's a single developer or a very small team. This is not a big team working on it from what I can see. And it's still in early access, even though it's been out for a little while.
Yeah, 2024.
But they have a roadmap, and it does, like I said, they are putting updates out. So
yeah,
I don't think it's like one of those abandonware early access deals. So, it's cool.
Oh, it was 40% off in June. I wish I'd have seen it. That's all right.
Well, I mean, add it to the wish list. Maybe you'll pick it up on a sale rather than full price. I don't know. But
yeah, but all these cards have got me thinking now.
Well, that's what I mean. There's a creativity element that a lot of the simulators don't have. That one of the funnest things to do is to, make your own cards just for fun. Right? If you ever, there's a couple programs, pop your friends' faces in there. I mean, we can make a core TCG or something like that. Just pop it in there, and it'd be funny.
Wonder if they're going to get. They may get Steam Workshop support at some point. Right now, it's not, but that means you get mods straight through Steam.
Yeah. I looked for that too, and I'm like, oh, they don't have a Steam Workshop, but this game should definitely, at some point, have a Steam Workshop. It's. So
I think
I don't think they're there yet, but it's been out for. I think it's been out for a year. Or was the release date?
Yeah, 2024, 2 years.
2024, 2 years. So, but it's
respectable. We're getting there.
Yeah, like I said, the roadmap they showed, the roadmap's in game actually. So there's this big list of stuff they want to put in, and it's crossed off what's done.
That's crazy.
So it's just in the game too. So it's a constant reminder for people playing it.
Like EA Sports, it's in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game.
Yeah. All right. You've talked me into it.
Yeah, I've talked to myself. I want to play it now that I've talked. I don't know if I want to play it. Now that I've talked about it, I'm like, shit, I want to play this right now.
I know, right?
Is the show over yet? Can we?
Damn, dude. All right.
Anyway, so let's move on to the next game, because I have one more that I dropped in really quickly to try out because I love this game and there's new content.
Oh.
It's a little game called Helldivers 2. You might have heard of it.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. You said, yeah, I got to play the thing. You can't do that. Whoops. Why is it quiet? Does it still spark the same feeling when you go in, you drop in?
Yeah, it's good. It's still Helldivers. Like, I didn't stop playing because it wasn't good. It's just, you move on, you play other games, you get distracted, you don't come back for a while. And now that I'm back in, there's a ton of war bonds and shit to unlock, so much, which just feels good. It doesn't feel bad. I'm not like, oh, I'm missing all this stuff. It's just like, oh, cool. There's a Halo war bond. There's a Warhammer war bond. Warhammer one's not that impressive. It's just regular soldier shit, which makes sense because you can't be a space marine in democracy world. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Those two are not compatible.
No.
But there's a new update called Devoid of Liberty, and they've added a third alien race.
Oh.
Which is kind of a big update.
Wait, third alien race to fight. Oh, right. Because
because you're humans spreading democracy, and
I thought they already had 3.
Oh, did I misunderstand what was happening here?
I thought there was a third that had existed for a while. I could be wrong. I haven't followed it too closely, but I thought I remembered they were teasing it, and did they finally show up, or I don't know.
When I'm reading this, it sounds like it's a journey to illuminate void to the illuminate void to battle mutant threats. We have watched the void stretch across the galaxy for too long. The threat maybe it's not new. Getting into the void presents a unique challenge. Reconnaissance missions. I guess it's just new missions, new enemy, maybe new enemies. They're kind of like Protoss and zombie adjacent, without the high tech aspect. Like they just maybe the Geth or something like that is more of a analog for this other. I don't know. It's new to me. I haven't played since they added it. So
Yeah, it would be new to me as well. There were only 2 when I played last.
So I just put it on, and because it's been so long, I barely remember how to play or how any of the weapons work. I just kind of put it on an easier mode and dropped 3 other players dropped in, and it's a city block actually, which was kind of a new experience because usually it's these jungly planets, but it was this whole like colonized city block, urban combat, and they now has mechs in the game too, like BFRs. For PlanetSide players in there, where you can summon down a giant mech, and it'll crush people if you're standing underneath it. So make sure you land it somewhere safely, and then you just get in. And you're just giant armored mech, and you're just like,
wow.
Helldivers still a good game. Honestly, I had a good time playing it.
Just you and some randos. It wasn't like you.
Yeah, it's just randos. Like the game will drop you with randos like all the time, pretty much. So I have my mic turned off. I don't have to deal with anything weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right.
I like Helldivers, so I went back and played some more. And
Helldivers continues to be a quality product.
Some kind of new content. I don't know precisely what.
Still making.
Well, I mean, it's all new if you haven't played in a while, so it seems like a good time to get in. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's it. Oh, we played some Spire 2 multiplayer. We beat Ascension level 9 on multiplayer, so we're at now the hardest difficulty of 10. And the only reason I bring it up, because I haven't really been bringing it up for Sunday games, because it's the same thing. But I did manage to get 64 or 65 enfeebling touches into my deck, thanks to some cloning technology that I found.
Yeah,
it's a lot of touches.
And so my combo is to play, because they're ethereal cards, is to play I just had a handful of enfeebling touches, which reduces the enemy's strength by 11. They were upgraded, and then I would play Pull from Below, which is deal 5 damage for each.
You gotta love a good touch and pull from below.
Yeah,
ethereal. Well, this is why I bring it up, because I started to clue in that I like to play the Necrobinder, which is like the Lich character, but that all the cards are vaguely sexual innuendo. Like there's Pull from Below and Enfeebling Touch. So, and the thing was, I had 2 Pull from Below, so I played 2, but they triggered for a total of 100 pulls. So we were just laughing that I was, jacking off the last boss.
Yeah.
Some people pay extra for that.
With 100 pulls from below on the final thing. And I just felt that was important to share with everyone on the show.
It was.
I appreciate that. I do.
It wasn't really that, but it sounded like that. And we had a good time.
It's great. I was talking to Bill Duran the other day. It is currently his number one obsession. That's all he wants to do is play the Spire. And somebody there's got him. Oh no! For DragonCon, he's dressing, or he's making a cosplay for the what's the wizard like character?
That's the Defect.
Yeah. So the Defect, and then I think his wife is the Stainless or whatever that's called. What's the
Silent?
Silent.
These are the classes. The Ironclad is the warrior.
Ironclad. That's what I meant. Ironclad.
Oh, Ironclad is the warrior, basically the warrior. But they have their own unique spins on things. So they call them the Ironclad. The Silent is the stealth character, the rogue. All right. The Defect is the wizard, although really he uses electricity and orbs and has cards like Hotfix and Reboot. Yeah. So even though he's the wizard, it's very computer terminology. Then you have the Necrobinder, which is the character I like to main, which is she's an undead, like skeleton lady, and she has a pet hand called Osti. And so when I'm not pulling from below, I'm using my hand to win the matches.
Yeah, no, that's what you do.
My big pet hand. And then the last one, which is also a new one, I actually forget what it's called, but it's a guy who sits on a throne and has these little servants carry the throne around. It's a giant cement throne, and the people, his servants. Oh, I think it's a sovereign that he's called or something like that. But he's from outer space. I don't know what you would classify as class, other than that he's royalty. So.
How's the current attitude with the players? I know there was some real freak out recently.
The freak out was I haven't been keeping up, so this could be mistaken, but my sense of the game is, first of all, this thing's sold a ton.
They did really well.
So it's a game that I think a lot of people feel they have to play, and it's like it's just that big, that huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people are playing it and going like, what is this? Like even Pepperoni Pete was like, why would I want to play a game like this? Why wouldn't I want to play, Cyberpunk or, we have very nuanced understanding of games and can appreciate something that looks like a turd, but is actually a work of brilliance. But there's a lot of people that just look at like, what's the blockbuster? That's the only thing that should be considered good or worth the time. Right?
That's true. I hate that, but yes.
I think it's like that in many disciplines of art. You're an appreciator, you're not. So to some extent, I think, because I was checking out this, like the sales of the game is estimated like 6 to 7 million or something like that.
Copies, yeah.
On the Steam DB page, like it is sold like.
Done really well.
Sometimes these mixed things that are on here are just like super misleading.
Well, and some of this too, I think, is an international effect because there's a lot of
the other thing was that this was really big globally, and in China, they apparently, when you have a broken combo, the thing to do is to keep the broken combo in the game.
Yeah,
that's how they like their games balanced. And really, this is in early access, and the big thing that they're doing is trying to make the game a challenge, which means they need to get rid of broken things. Now, Helldivers kind of went through this problem too, where Helldivers was, I think, more successful than anticipated, and they had some really strong weapons that they wanted to nerf, and everyone got mad when they nerfed it.
All right.
Even though it was like they're trying to make a challenging game. So,
because it's only mixed on recents, 5,000 recents. The English reviews at 96,000 reviews or whatever. That's it. That's in the 90s. Like that's doing real good. So I think it's a weird combo of factors here, and that's probably not easy to see at a glance,
Yeah. Again, this game also falls more on the side of it's trying to get you to lose, and I think that's not everyone's cup of tea. Just judging again, even by the standards of the first one, like sometimes you will try to make the best decisions possible, and it'll still work out badly because due to the randomness aspect of the game, you weren't able to overcome. But this is like literally all roguelikes. You do the best to mitigate, and that's the strategy you apply every time you play the game. So sometimes things just go badly. Like it's literally, that's what RNG is. You can only use what's in your control. So you might be able to have like in your mind like the best deck that will get you through any difficulty level, but you have to get offered those cards. So as you get better at the game, you look at what you're offered and you try to make a meal out of the less ideal outcomes. And as you crank up the difficulty, that only gets harder and harder to do in various ways. So I don't know. I think there's a bit of that, and I think ultimately that's where maybe they just need to relook at the difficulty levels where they can leave broken combos in the game. But like I found broken stuff in there too that I consider broken. Like Enfeebling Touch is a broken card. I just don't want to put it out there because I don't want them to change it.
Sure.
But if they did change it, I would go, yeah, it's very OP. Like it's so. Anyways, game's fun.
There you go.
We're enjoying it, and so we're gonna try for the last difficulty level, and then I guess I'm done with the game in early access. Shit.
Yeah, right. Then the real one comes out, and you're like, "Oh man, I already did all this."
I wouldn't be completely done because it's multiplayer. I have single player to still grind, so
that's true. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have a couple news stories and a quick reminder on our way out the door for this break that you can also be a supporter of the show. If you go to patreon.com/core show, for example, you can become a Core Hound Silver, Gold, or Platinum user, and you get all kinds of benefits for that. Go check them out, read all about them, get no commercials ever, ads of any kind. You also get the host specials that we do. And you get pre-show. You get all kinds of stuff. Art in the mail from me if you do it at the higher Core Hound Platinum level. Lots of cool stuff. No reasons not to. Go sign up today at patreon.com/core show. Or if you're more inclined to go the Substack method, you can do that too at core.show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, all that stuff I mentioned and more. Stay tuned. We're back. Time for us to talk about some news that happened. So here's that.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
In the news, check this out. I love this. 2011's Lord of the Rings War in the North is suddenly out again on everything, and it got up-resed and updated. A bunch of quality of life improvements, kind of like they did with the Wildlands deal, except apparently they're not screwing everybody with the DLC. Anyway, they claim more is coming, so more of these classic Lord of the Rings games. This one came out in 2011. I don't know if you guys remember War in the North, but it was good. That was a good game.
I don't think I ever played this one. I think maybe I only ever played Two Towers, maybe Return of the King as well.
Yeah, I remember those. This one was kind of weird and new, and almost 10 years after the film, so it was like kind of later in the cycle. But it got delisted everywhere, so you couldn't buy the original thing. I don't know what the deal was, licensing or whatever. And out of nowhere, this pops. Like the other day, it just dropped out of nowhere. They up-res it. It still looks like a 2011 game. Like this isn't a remake, but it's definitely 4K, 60 frame deal now. And it's cool. I really like this game. It's like action RPG, online co-op, solo optimized is what they say, whatever that means. I only played it solo, so I can't tell you. But
now it's even more optimized.
It's a cool game, or at least it was. I may have rose-colored glasses, but my memory was this was some hot shit in 2011. So Legacy Edition out now for a pretty low price, I think. Did I have the price? Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, well. Oh, no, here it is. GameSpot has it. I was
going to say, I just had it up. I don't know why I ignore. I'm listening to you be like, what's the price? What's the price? And I'm looking at it on the Steam page. It's
17 something, 20.
$17.99.
20 after the introductory deal ends on the 25th. But pretty cool. New UI. That was one of the big complaints. The UI was kind of weird. But anyway, pretty cool. I'm excited. And this is from Embracer Group, who we don't always love, but I'll take updated cool games with no strings attached. That's all right. Let's see. Kingdom Come's developer Warhorse is making a new Lord of the Rings RPG, and Crystal Dynamics is said to be developing a game as well. We're bringing back the Lord of the Rings. It never left. Blizzard is reportedly Xbox Studios' top studio now. They make the most money.
Yeah.
You're not shocked by this, Bo?
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, you figured that might be the deal. Yeah.
The money hose to end all money hoses is money hosing. Yeah.
And the money hose this time squarely in the lap of Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred. That made a lot of money. They also claim Overwatch is a huge driver at the moment.
Yeah. New hero in Overwatch too. Demon.
Yeah, kind of want to check that out.
Like a new diva, like with a mech. Like it's a Gundam.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll drop in Overwatch, but then I didn't. But I do want to stop in and check out Demon at some point. Anyway, it's not surprising that Blizzard is their top studio. Like, I feel like that's going to be inevitable, and that, like, my sort of, this is not a very shocking prediction or anything, but my sense is that, like, as everything goes to maybe crap, maybe not, we don't know for sure, but it sure seems like it's a bumpy road for them right now, that everything, all hopes are going to be driven by Blizzard, and that everyone's going to need to put their stupid fingers in. Like, I don't know what kind of corporate protection they have from meddling, but my sense is, where the money gets made is where stuff gets done. That's why there's 100x Halos, and the Halo this, Halo that, and all this business, anything that's doing well. But if really the only thing doing well is Blizzard, then it's going to be like, let's carpet bomb the universe with World of Warcraft and all your stuff, which maybe is not a bad thing, but I don't have a lot of faith.
No, lately, they're not instilling a lot of faith in how they handle things.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. Like, the history of Blizzard is the history of its corporate ownership in a way, just judging by the books. So I don't know what this new chapter means. It doesn't seem to mean bringing esports back in any big, fantastic way. So I'm already kind of, all right,
Yeah. So their total output. So all the WoW stuff, the Diablo resurgence, and certainly, I guess, if Overwatch is performing well, that means. Yeah, go ahead.
We're getting that miserable D&D crossover product, which I'm.
Oh, you're not happy about that, are you?
Well, it's just low effort. It's maybe nice as a collector's item, have some nice art, be nice for people, but like Demon Hunter is a subclass of Ranger. I'm like, okay, they're not even. You won't be able to play Warcraft the way Warcraft plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, ain't no spell slots in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought maybe they do a little bit more top-down redesign to specifically, but it looks like it's just going to be some collector product that's not really going to do the trick. But when I read that Demon Hunter was a subclass of Ranger, I'm like, all right, this is garbage.
That was enough.
Yeah. Well, you can already tell, right? Like, it's a crossover, right? It's just meant to be surface level because you like the franchise and you want to get into it, but it's not.
There's a bit of that for sure.
It's not World of Warcraft, the RPG, which, they could use the D20 system, put more effort into it, make it good, but it's not going to be good.
It does say here that the combined numbers at Blizzard were enough, and just Blizzard. We're not talking about King. We're not talking about any of that. They're separate now. Blizzard did better than the closest competitors within the studios, which would have been the Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Call of
Duty. It's whatever that is. And then even better than Minecraft. And Minecraft's like a big performer, and so beating that was a big whoop.
I just don't know what the future of Minecraft is. Like, if I was to sit down and think about, like, okay, Minecraft does well. How does it do well for the next 10 years? I'm like, I don't know. Just sell copies of it, I guess.
Sure.
Like, but, WoW is like, where Blizzard is just like, they have lots of stuff they could release. In fact, we're often lamenting the stuff that doesn't get released. Yeah. So, they'll take John's advice probably. They'll be like, Blizzard, we're from Microsoft, and we listen to this podcast called Core, and they're constantly shitting on us. But we still listen. And we think John's advice about just release the damn game might be a good strategy for Blizzard in the future. And they'll...
it's a quality impression. I like it. You've done a good job.
Yes, I'm Asha Sharma. And I've come from my tower, Microsoft Towers, to tell you here in the California Valley how to run your business.
With only a slightly, possibly insensitive accent, but not quite.
No, that's not Indian. That's like my goblin, or not goblin, but I'm a gnome from a tower. I'm coming to tell you.
Not offensive at all. She's a gnome from a tower. Everything's fine. She's good.
Well, I really didn't think it through.
No, I know it's fine, dude. Trust me.
So little thought going into it that Anyways.
I did ding pong in the mid-aughts, and I still pay for it. So I feel your pain. Check this out. My nephew sends me this message. I don't know if either of you heard anything about this, but he's in Japan, been there for a couple of years, living there. He sends me this message because we're always talking about games, and he says, "Well, it's your nephew again. I had a question." He says, I heard rumors about good news for Heroes of the Storm coming from BlizzCon. Is there any truth to that? He didn't give me a lot of details. I said, the only rumors I've heard is that this thing may be coming to Steam, and if so, they might gauge its success and do something with it. That's all I answered with.
Welcome to the mostly negative club.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I don't really hold a lot of hope for that. Like, I guess what I'm asking is, do you guys have any insight or anything? Have you heard anything? Like, are we supposed to expect something from this?
From BlizzCon or from Heroes of the Storm?
BlizzCon. Heroes of the Storm in particular.
I mean, there's the infinite cope of Heroes of the Storm. I do swing by the subreddit, but I don't know anything about its future other than the speculation we've all done saying they should make it controller friendly, and the game could be adapted for console if there was a willingness to do it. I don't see why not. But I'm going to go ahead and still be cynical and say they're not doing shit with Heroes of the Storm.
Put that shit on Steam and boost the numbers, even if it's a little boost.
I think this is going to be about future products, new stuff.
Okay.
That StarCraft shooter. Maybe we get some StarCraft 3 news from the Korean developer working on that. Maybe there's some other stuff.
Clone keeps saying, I worry about the Heroes of the Storm team with Asha Sharma's mandate. There is no Heroes of the Storm team.
You worried about the janitor at Blizzard?
Yeah. It's like, it literally is like a dude, and then he sometimes taps an artist in another team to make a thing or fix a skin or something, but it's really not. There's no team.
If anyone's listening at Blizzard, like, I will fly out just to meet the Heroes people. If you can set up a tour.
Person.
Yeah. Person. Well, yeah. I use the team like figuratively, not literally. It's a guy, but it's polite to say that they're the team.
I mean, they scrubbed everything. Like they literally have on campus. I was there for this. They have a museum, and the museum is to chronicle the 30 years of content and games and stuff that they've built over all this time. And it's got everything represented, but they pulled the Heroes thing they had there, gone. Pulled it out. I don't think they're doing anything with Heroes, personally.
But. No, there have been there's a new skin that got added recently, actually. They do.
Yeah, but nothing BlizzCon. They're not going to get that guy up on BlizzCon stage and go.
No, of course not. It's not. None of this is BlizzCon worthy. They're just doing it. The janitor is just like he's a Redditor. He's on subreddit. He sees what That's it. Like it's.
Yeah.
Let me see what Scuttlebutt is.
Yeah, find out what that guy's talking about this week because there's really nothing going on.
I think it's new stuff. I think they're going to look forward to the future with the new stuff. Maybe there's obviously, I think, going to be more Diablo. I don't know if we'll see the new Diablo expansion announcement, but that seems like it could be a thing.
Yeah, and they are doing the hero. That's true. Chat says they're doing the classic tournament. Heroes has a part in that at BlizzCon. Yeah, but that's like, you know what else is there? It's like
I've been to BlizzCon, and I know when you watch it on the cameras, it looks different on the unpopular stages. Okay, so I went to the deep dive at Heroes of the Storm, thinking, "Wow, it's going to be a packed auditorium." It was a giant empty auditorium with like 5% of seats filled. There was like maybe 60 people. And a giant room and like for 1,000, and then a bunch of people on stage. Now, if you watch that on chat, you'll just see, it's a beautiful stage. Look at the production value. I was there in person, and then you cast your glance over at World of Warcraft, and the place is packed.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why aren't those people at the important Heroes of the Storm deep dive? Why are they watching the stupid mythical dungeon crap over the deep dive of Heroes of the Storm? I mean, I wasn't mad because I was so happy to be there. But had I gone every year and been a regular and been like less, wowed by everything, I would definitely be like massively irritated. The same way John hates Overwatch,
sure.
Because why are we ignoring the best game?
What do you think, John? Anything to add to this pile?
No, I mean they announced what your BlizzCon digital goodies are, and you're not getting anything for Heroes of the Storm. Like,
yeah,
that says it right there. Does that mean they won't put it on Steam? No, but they are not launching a crazy new exciting chapter of the Heroes of the. No, it's in the Blizzard Classic Cup.
Yep.
All right.
That tells you where they think it is. You're not getting any new digital items for it. That tells you where they think it is.
Yep.
If anything, maybe it gets dropped on Steam, but not in a. It's not going to be a big announcement. They're not going to come out on stage. Gamers, we hear you.
So I linked the news item for Heroes of the Storm. All right. I don't see a date on here, but I know it was recent. Celebrate BlizzCon 2026 with the free Heroes of the Storm skin. And it's just a tint recolor of the cell shaded skin that they released like the last time a year ago.
Really?
So it's literally new content for BlizzCon that is the most low effort piece of shit they could have done for BlizzCon.
Oh, I just found they just released this picture of the Classic Cup. You guys need to see this. Look at this. That's it right there. That's the Classic Cup.
That is one Classic Cup.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to ruin people's dreams and hopes and all of that. Like, it would be super cool if we could go back to those Halcyon days, but man, at a certain point, like, believe it when you see it, and that ain't happening.
Yeah, it ain't happening. I'm glad they do something, and I'm glad the players are still playing at some level, so you can just get games. Like, all those things that's good. They could have shut this down years ago and just said, well, that's it.
No,
we're done.
They don't really do that. I mean,
Yeah, and I like that. I like that about them.
I do too. It's just, particularly with esports, is like the excitement around the game contributes to enjoying the game more, right? It's just, it's that aspect that they bailed on. They, I don't know. It's then they could always return back to it. I mean, League of Legends still a game, and it's still a popular game, and it's because there's a scene around it.
Yep.
They completely ripcorded all that stuff, and still no signs of a return to form. And I don't think under Microsoft's stewardship any of that's going to happen. So
yeah, and they're all doing this, by the way. You just mentioned Riot. They had that MMO well in development, and then just dropped it like a hot shit.
It is canceled. I think
it's officially gone.
Maybe I knew that and forgot about it, but it still feels like news because I haven't thought about it in a while.
And they quit making those little side games.
Is it gone? I heard they just said they weren't going to talk about it anymore.
Well, according to...
Which I guess is kind of like gone, but...
Oh, no, it's expected release window targeted before 2030. So they did a big reset in 2024.
According to someone who would know, they told me they dropped it, but maybe they've changed it since that person left.
That might not be public information.
It might not be, so I won't say names. You all know who I mean.
Good. No
but everyone's
figure it out.
Yeah.
Everyone's expectation.
Thank God we live in a world full of morons and no one will see through this.
This thick facade I've created.
Well, I think if everyone's assumption is that that's the case. Like, I don't think anyone's going... Yeah, it's still happening.
I mean, we would have heard something by now. Well, we'll see Guild Wars 3 before we see whatever the hell that's going to be.
Yeah.
Which I'm stoked
last
about. Last
I remember hearing officially was that they were basically kind of scrapping and restarting. The intent was for it to still come out, but don't expect to hear anything for a while.
Yeah.
And knowing how like big companies work, that could just mean they work on it for 2 years and it still gets canceled. So you might as well just not even think about it. Like, it's not even, this is just for investors only. Like, there's no point in being hyped or excited. You will literally, if you're in your 20s when that was announced, you'll literally have 3 kids and be raising a family by the time you actually get to play it. It's just like, why even waste your time thinking about it?
Yeah.
Like, don't announce shit.
Joke's on you. I'm already married and raising 3 kids. So.
I mean, how long has it been?
I'll be retired.
That's right.
Then I'll be able to play as much as I want.
And I'm pretty sure they announced that MMO well before John even was married.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure you knew your wife yet. I'm not even sure you guys were dating yet when we first got word of that MMO.
Forget MMOs. It's been 10 years since the last Elder Scrolls, which Skyrim was awesome. I played a lot of it. If you were a fan of that game.
More than 10.
Well, at least on Steam, it says 2016. I'm looking at it.
Oh, that's the enhanced. But the 2011 release, because it was 2011. 2021 was 10 years, and now we're...
So 15 years.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're getting closer to 20.
What I mean. If you're like, I'm a fan of the game, and they made 5 of them, not unreasonable to expect a 6th one. Unlike Elden Ring, where they've come out and said there's no plans for an Elden Ring 2, and which I appreciate. Because then I'm not going to waste.
Oh, they have said that? I didn't know they said that.
Yeah, they've said that.
Oh man,
and it makes sense given the history. They mostly work on new projects and stuff like that.
Money on the table, though. Jeez.
Well, I don't know.
On the one hand, you don't want to encourage it, right? Because this is a problem where they just milk stuff for money.
Well, if you're Ubisoft and you've made your 15th Assassin's Creed, right? You're just like, can you make some other shit, please? But at the same time, when you really like a game, you're like, oh, I'll take more of that shit. And so, it's hard to find that middle ground where you're just happy, right?
I like the way you said that. Yes, I'll take more of that shit. More shit, please.
More shit out here, please. Post haste. Shit post haste.
I'm very fancy and I require more shit.
I require more of that shit. Do you have any more shit for me?
Really good.
I think FromSoft is in a unique position where people care more about that they're the ones making it than what the IP is that they're making. Not that it's going to be 1-to-1. People would be excited if you said Elden Ring 2, because I think that carries with it expectation. But I think if they come out with whatever game, whatever the name might be, and it is clearly the next in their lineage of games, and it is an open world Souls-like experience, it might as well be Elden Ring 2. People will still be just as excited for it.
Yeah, that's true. They're in a unique position. It's like, look how long it take them to put what's the mech series they make?
Armored Core.
Armored Core game's out. Like that Armored Core relatively newish one that was like 2-3 years ago or whatever it's been now.
Yeah, and
That game's still awesome, and you guys should still play it.
I still have it and still got okay far in it and still should finish it.
Yes, you should still play it. Even though you played it, Scott, you should
I should still play it. This is not an arcade, gentlemen.
Should I
This is
play it? Am I
tutorial.
You can play it, Bo. You should play
Am
it.
I messing up by not playing it?
You should play it.
You should play it.
Maybe
Yes.
that'll scratch the itch you got so bad right now.
Maybe.
You get to paint your mech.
I'll put it on the wish list. I'm not paying full price for it.
It's expensive.
I'll put it on the wish. Yeah, it's $80.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah. But I spent all my doubloons on Tokon Souls
and a card store.
Yeah. So what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
But all I've got is shit in my brain.
Bring me more shit, you say.
Bring me more shit. No, it's gone.
All right.
Shit.
We'll come back if you remember. Hey, John, what's this deal about Sean Murray? I read the quote, but it made me think that dude, speaking of leaving money on the table, he kind of knows how much money they left on the table, and he still did it.
Yeah, I mean, every time they put out DLC for No Man's Sky, people are like, Sean, we already forgive you. We will give you money. But he did an interview, and he basically said he's happy that he knows that they could have sold these updates. He's happy that they didn't, and he said he and the team, every time they put out an update, they think it's cool knowing that 100% of the players can play it.
Like the new Cosmos one, which I don't know much about this Cosmos update, but it's making me want to install and go play it again.
And I just really like his attitude. Like, that is a cool attitude to have. Obviously, their redemption arc has been big. And I'll say this. I think Sean Murray and No Man's Sky in general kind of got a bum rap. They kind of have this like, yeah, they had to make it up to us. Now, we're nice now and we say, oh, they did. But like, even if you remember back when this game came out, he did not want to overpromise. They put out the trailer. Everybody lost their minds about it and wouldn't stop asking him. And I think he'll be the first one to admit that he should have said, like, we're not ready to talk about it. But like, all people wanted to talk about was No Man's Sky. That was the only game. From the moment it got seen, everybody was talking about it. And he committed the cardinal sin of answering nonstop questions that people wouldn't stop asking him.
Yeah.
And it changed expectations. And then they're like, he's such a villain. He lied to us. But even back then, I remember him saying things like, we're still really early. You know, we just put out a teaser. We're hoping for this. Well, he has definitely kind of learned his lesson. Definitely kind of.
I think he absolutely has. Yeah.
Because he said, they asked him, you know, about his new game, Light No Fire. And he said, yeah, we had plans to show and talk a lot more about it. But he's like, it's already one of the most wish-listed things on Steam. So we're just not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do? We're not going to do ourselves any favors by talking about it or showing it more. So... yeah, we're just going to keep working on the game. It's looking great, by the way. Like, that's basically all he said.
They're like the antithesis of greed in this industry, where so many seem to be just like, we're getting every penny out of you. They're over there going, yeah, we got cool shit we're working on. We're not going to show it too soon. Also, this stuff's free that we're giving you, and we don't need to be the richest game company in the world. We just need to make it work and keep our studio healthy. I think that's a very admirable thing in a world where it's all perpetual growth and nonstop monetization. My gosh, we could use more of this guy. That's all I'm saying. Oh,
another bit of No Man's Sky news, just a small thing.
I was about to say it.
Did you hear they've confirmed that 1% of the galaxy or the universe has now been explored?
A whole percent?
1%.
Holy shit.
That wasn't the news I was going to...
Oh.
I don't know if you said it already, but there's a new update coming.
Yeah, Cosmos.
Okay,
I did say it already. Yeah,
okay, sorry.
I did say it. No, it's fine. We don't know much about it though. They haven't detailed.
I blacked out, I guess, for 30 seconds.
They haven't said much about it. It's got some connection with the Swarm update, last update, which was about this, like, what is it, the Hive of Glass? I think they called it, this new enemy thing. And there's more with that, but we don't know anything else. So
yeah, I'm going to install it again because I'm probably going to start playing.
Same, dude. These bastards with their cool game that just keeps coming back to haunt me.
No, it's just fun. Just I don't know. It's a good vibe.
Yep.
Good vibe.
Yep. Love it. All right, moving down the road here. Donnie Yen, you may be familiar with his work. Actor, great dude. Lots of things I like him in. Mostly, well, let's see. Rogue One, he was great in, and I really liked him in. Oh shit! I must have realized he's in tons of stuff.
He's in John Wick.
Those IP Man live action things. John Wick, that's what it is. And he's getting his own spinoff from the John Wick thing called Kane. The character Kane is getting his own movie, which is exciting.
Cool, yeah.
Anyway, he's the Phantom Blade mocap actor, man, for the martial arts.
He's in the game and he's the mocap actor. So they just launched an 11-minute, check out the game thing.
And they show his face.
Pre-orders, and they showed him. So he was a guy with a mask on holding a baby when we saw this. Because Phantom Blade Zero has been in every video game award show and Gamescom for the past 37 years. So we've seen this person, but we didn't know it was Donnie Yen. And so now the baby guy takes off his mask. He fights while holding a baby, protecting it.
Is the baby Donnie Yen's baby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Mocapped.
Mocapped the baby? Great.
Yeah. Yeah, so
this is a PlayStation only deal, by the way. Still,
nope. I wish listed it on Steamerino. So
really, because this requires a PSN thing. I read somewhere.
It might. Tokon Souls needs it. Why not? Incoming negative reviews. Enjoy. I'm
excited now because I thought this was PS5 only.
PS5 and PC. So yeah, maybe this was under an old agreement before Sony decided to be uncool again. But yeah, and it's coming out late October now. So we're gonna start. The best news about this coming out is we'll stop having to watch trailers for it at various award shows.
Yeah, it's about time.
Save us 10 minutes per show.
I'm excited about it.
But the game looks pretty good, man. I don't know. There's a lot of weapons. You defeat enemies and seem to take their weapons, including fighting with shield, doing martial arts.
Does anything burn that I have to worry about letting burn or not burn?
No, I think this is definitely more on the Souls-like side and less on the cinematic samurai simulator side.
I'm out.
This one will be Baby Still Cries.
No. The only thing negative I'll say about the game is, they really love the color gray.
It's pretty muted.
But yeah, so is Elden Ring. So if the game's fun. It's not a deal breaker.
There are a lot of movies I really like that are intentionally muted for a certain look or whatever. So.
But I don't know. The game, the fighting they showed, it looks kind of crazy. I'm just hoping this isn't regular gameplay and just some cinematic moment because it's. And you're riding on some horses, they'll be fighting on the back of it.
What if it's mostly this and only occasionally a boss fight?
It's 100% a riding in a cart behind horses game.
Sweet. Chorecore at its finest. I'm into it.
But no, it looks cool. What I saw, it looked compelling to me still. So, I don't know. I'm this. They also call their company S Game, so I think that I don't know if that's exactly it. I'm just making this up, but it refers to being S tier, right?
It's like an S game, S tier game.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like an S game. So
I thought it was like a scam.
Scam.
What is it? A scam.
It's a scam.
That's scam.
Which sounds like scam, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, but anyways, it's cool that Donnie Yen's in it. I don't know. I thought that in a year where we got Tupac in a video game, I'm like, oh, Donnie Yen's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and he can consent to having his face in something, so that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, there you go.
All right, that's nice. Quick mention: Amazon has sold off its MMO Throne and Liberty and Lost Ark. They are out of the MMO business. They're done.
Yeah. They're done. Hands wiped. Not that anyone really cares what Amazon's doing on this show.
Nor did they try very hard. That's all I'm going to say.
But it's just, because I guess New World's dead now.
I don't know if the day has come yet, but it's not. It's going.
Yeah. It's just, it's sad. It's just sad to see they tried to get in the game business and went and then chickened out, basically. A bunch of chickens.
Let's see. When's the New World end date? I kind of want to get in there. Oh, it was last year?
I think it was a while.
July 31st, 2027. Chad is saying January 31st, 2027.
Oh, it's next year. I kind of want to... I've only been able to do this briefly with Ashron's Call. I want to get in, and I love being in an MMO when it shuts down. There's something about that.
Yeah, PlanetSide's last day was awesome. All the factions put aside their violence and just hung out. And then as the seconds counted down, they crashed ships into each other and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Intergalactic genocide.
Yeah. but it was like a day of peace, a day of mourning, but everyone logs in for it. Those are the things that make MMO specials, that emergent social dynamic that you can't, it's hard to design. You can't design for, like, I think when people sometimes these days when they want to make MMOs, they're like, we want these social interactions. And that's just not how society works. Like, I ask any politicians who like, you all should just think this thing. And everyone's like, boo, like it's the same with MMOs. We're just like, we want people to interact in these specific ways, and we're going to design it so that bad interactions don't have, and the game sucks. Like nobody's playing an MMO for that shit.
MMOs are hard. I just think Amazon thought they could swoop in, have a couple of licensed ones, like Lost Ark is a South Korean game. I think Throne and Liberty is also. And they thought they could just get in there, do like 3 MMOs at once, build a next-gen Lord of the Rings one, which they've also canceled, and that they would suddenly be the kings of all MMOs. They would be the new Blizzard.
The coolness factor matters, and corporations by default are not cool. So you have to figure that part out.
Yeah.
And you have to have the right culture, I think, within your company to like make awesome shit that people want to be a part of. You can't just design it in a business lab or with a white paper or whatever it is they do, like PowerPoint presentation. I just wanted to put it out there that there are 434 people playing New World right now. So if somebody's feeling kind and charitable, if they could log into the game and let them know, maybe they didn't get the news.
Oh, tell them.
Shutting down. Some people miss these things.
Yeah, some people do. Like, if you're not really tapped into the news around it, all you do is play.
There's a reason nobody's playing anymore, but some people just didn't get the memo, and they're going to be,
Why is this city so empty? Anyway, I'll just keep playing.
Like that Bo just was sitting here. He's like, I'm going to put the troll hat on right now. This is going to be...
Nobody wants to play a game that is going to get shut down, whose game's core principle is long-term growth and progression. It's so sad.
Are you a little sad about Lost Ark though? Because that was you had a minute in that. You were all right.
I like stuff about Lost Ark, but ultimately it's a gacha style game, and they put power level and all that stuff behind swipes and not around meaningful gameplay progression. So
that's how they get you.
Ultimately, a critical fail. Says good stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a trash bin game. Sorry, you did some really good stuff with that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Shout out to New World, I guess. And,
pour one out for Lost Ark and Throne and Liberty.
Or hit you on the way out, Amazon. Thank you. Goodbye.
I played Throne and Liberty one night. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. Remember when I was trying out I was playing like every dumb MMO that came out. It was like I had a period of that for a minute. And that's one of them I did. And people were raving, oh, this is the next thing. And I went, everyone says that every time you say it's the next thing. And at the end of the day, 1 or 2 things kind of do okay. And it appears like World of Warcraft, they just had to wait this out, and they'll still be on top. And Final Fantasy will be the only other thing that came close and is strong and has a good thing going. Everybody else, and it seems like Microsoft, they laid off so many people at ESO. I hate it. I hate the current MMO landscape.
I mean, how likely is it that Final Fantasy just craters after Yoshi P retires? I don't know.
I don't hope not. No.
A lot of it has to do with people understanding the space.
When the worst years for WoW was when Metzen wasn't there.
Sure.
And he would tell you, well,
worst
that's not.
The Blizzard was when he wasn't there.
Yeah, but he would tell you that it's not that simple and that there's so many people and all of that. But really, there's something to it. Like
he's a humble person. Like I've seen him do lots of pressers about that. He is humble, probably to a fault, probably to a point where it's irresponsibly so. Although who could blame him, right?
Yeah,
a lot to shoulder. I'm not.
But then he came
criticism.
But then he came back and it had a resurgence, and everyone said, "Oh my gosh, why is the writing so much better than it was before?" Like all these sorts of things. So it's not
You've
good.
Interviewed him a couple of times. He's exceptionally thoughtful about the stuff that he does, and that's I think the difference.
He's also making a new campaign for the war.
I saw it. I watched his video. He's got he's updating Ouroboros for 5.5 now. I think because the products he developed for 5e are out of date because they did a
because they changed, right?
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm excited for him. It's going to be good. That last one sold really well. So
actually, I will say for like a game world, because like a lot of times this stuff is like, I don't know, just kind of a remix on So there's just a lot of stuff, right? Another space RPG. It's great and all, but it's pretty creative take on things, just with the tattoos and the music oriented nature of the way the adventures are, like the lore of the world has come about.
Yeah, it's really cool. Some different ideas for sure.
Yeah, a lot of like factionalism. Like you'll see the Warcraft in it a little bit, in the DNA of it, in terms of like different cities and different factions along political and ideological lines. It's cool. It's good stuff.
Here's something only Bo would know about. The VR game show just happened. What happened?
Yeah, it happened literally 3 hours ago, and I was like on break, and I'm like, oh shit, and I just like seeked through for the interesting stuff.
Anything cool jump out?
Yes, and that's just what I wanted to bring up. System Shock is coming to the game. I didn't queue it up in the right spot. I don't care about this game you're showing, but
this effing game. Screw this game. All right, sorry, keep going.
System Shock VR. So the remake of System Shock in VR.
Oh, that game's good.
It's good. I played the first floor, and I'm just like, I moved on to other stuff because ADD games, tons of games. We keep doing games all the time, but I actually wanted to get, like, I liked it. Like I had no reason to stop playing. It's space isolation, and it's cool. And so now it's like, oh shit. Oh, you leave it on this, by the way.
Is this Deus Ex? What is this?
This is Gunman Contracts. I'm going to talk about it in a second. So System Shock VR sounds cool. This game is one of the most hyped games in VR. Notably, this is basically, do you want to play as John Wick?
Kinda.
Look at this game. You are John Wick. You're shooting people in the head. They're coming around corners.
Your severed wrists have your ammo counts. I like that.
Yep. No, the UI design is brilliant. The big thing is that this was a mod to Half-Life Alyx, so it's baked on top of, it's using their VR engine hooks and all that. Cheesecake baked on top of cheesecake. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what this cheesecake could use? More cheesecake. It's like a big piece of cheesecake.
Launching alongside the Steam frame.
So that's a big thing. So that kind of just confirms, like, if you're like, I don't know if we're getting Steam frame. Well, these guys just came out and said, hey, we're going to launch when that launches. They are implying they know something. So Steam frame 2026, which Valve did say as well, but everyone's been worried about Valve and their hardware woes because of what's going on. So cool that they came out and announced this, and also that game is just literally the most hype game, which is I think kind of technically playable as a mod, but they branched off to make a full standalone game. And if there's like one game I absolutely want for VR above any other, it's Gunman Contracts, because you just saw how
that looked awesome.
Awesome that looked. Yeah. That as well. There's another game which I didn't play, which I'll be happy to play in VR because it seems perfect for VR, which is High on Life VR.
Oh, the Roiland thing.
Yep, but I don't think he's involved either. This is a flat to VR Studios deal. They're taking all, I think they form partnerships with actual first party developers and make these into VR. Because High on Life is already known for having the guns that talk to you, and I missed it. I wasn't that interested, but if they're going to talk to me in VR, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to definitely play this game. And I think you finished it, right? You've played High on Life.
I played the first one. I thought it was pretty good.
I played it also.
I've heard the second one is awesome.
Oh, I've not played the second.
I heard like it got some rough reviews for performance issues, but I have heard that the second one is like a sleeper hit, like doing some truly creative and innovative things.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know if this is a remake of one. It might just be a standalone High on Life VR. Like I don't know. It's still, as you can see, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, they're showing dev stuff here. Yeah.
But the fun thing is like the stuff you grab and what you can do with it. So in VR. But like, to reload a gun, you don't press a button, right? Usually you have to like snap it in half, whip it to take the shells out, put new shells in. Like Half-Life Alyx is really fun. Like guns are really fun to reload in that game. And so like it also means like turbo reloading is not a thing. When you're playing a shooter and you just press reload and it's like Doom or whatever, just instant reloads. Mm-hmm. So when you do it in real life, you're like dropping the shells everywhere. You're like, oh my God, I can't reload that fast. It's like actually, reloading actually takes some kinetic movements that need to be trained. So anyways, so the guns in this because they talk to you, and I guess you have to do weird things like put stuff in their mouth and
it's
unhinge
very
stuff.
odd.
I don't know. This seems like, oh my god, this is perfect. I want to play this in VR.
I liked that first game. I didn't beat it, but I played it on Game Pass and got quite far and enjoyed it. I think that's one in the VR skin. I don't think that's two.
Yeah,
from what I just saw.
No, it looks like one, but
yeah.
It looks like they're maybe redesigning it to have good VR controls, not just be a stereoscopic mod. Last on the list, I just want to briefly mention is also Total Chaos VR, which is I played that and talked about it on the show. It's that mod that turned into a standalone game. I forget what game it's modded out of, but it's like super jump scares, and they're doing a VR version.
Total Chaos. Here it is. This looks like, ooh, geez. Yep, won't be playing this. F that noise. Whoops, let's go back some.
Really, Scott? This one isn't for you?
Yeah, you know what?
I talked about this. It's like an Apogee game. I guess it's like a Duke Nukem mod or something. It was originally a mod of some older, well-known game that was super popular that they turned into a standalone. I've played this. I've talked about it.
I do remember you talking about it. I think Scott watching either the trailer or just your gameplay got scared from the...
Yeah, I think it made me jump. There was some moment in there.
Yeah, this is not one of those, let's put scary moments in it, but make it great too. No, this is just like oppressively like turbo shit horror. Like, it's just like awful. So I'm kind of intrigued by it as well because I did play it and enjoyed what I played, but it has this one part where like the way the enemies spawn in is they just flash in the screen and scream at like top decibels or something. It's kind of nuts, that game. Yeah.
This guy who's talking in this video, are we supposed to know who this is? This dude? He's in the whole video.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
Maybe he's someone from Flat to VR, or no, they have a couple of hosts. This is a direct, like it's.
Oh, okay.
He's from VR Games Showcase. Like VR is enough of a niche now that they just have their own communities and have their own standalone shows. Like,
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean the video premiered 3 hours ago only has 10K views. Like it's not. It's niche, but for the people that are niche, this is like cute, big news. We love this.
Now, I realize this is probably not one you care about, but I do appreciate a VR game that's doing something a little weird and different. And it seems like this one where you're trying to lead sheep around with a carrot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing. Like I said, I tabbed through it on my break. So there might be some secret stuff in here that I'm like, oh, man. But yeah, this looks cool.
Kind of neat. Yeah. I like new ideas.
It reminds me of Lemmings, I guess, a bit where you got to.
Yeah, a little bit. Although I hate slide puzzles. That made me just check out, but whatever. The rest
it looks like it has all kinds of puzzles.
Yeah. I hate slide. You know that slider when you were a kid, the little plastics, you had to move the pieces around to get it?
I wish list that. You actually showed. I think
it's called cool. Tiny Flock is what that's called.
Tiny Flock. Oh, it's a little camera that records. Never mind.
It's a Tiny Flock camera.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very Shaun the Sheep, the Wraith. I got that same vibe. I like that.
Anyways, that's it. I see those games and I'm like stoked for them. So
I like it. I like your little VR moments we get. So keep them coming. Guys, it's time for this.
That's a good question.
We got a quick email to read through here. This came to us from Mullagrub6701, who says, Dear Core Crew, thank you for the chaos and balance you bring to my world. Seems like those are counter points, but I'll take it. Whatever.
There's a term for that. I can't remember what it is, though. When you...
It's like the perfect mix of chaos and
two opposite, like a paradoxical,
Oh.
Are we bringing order or bringing chaos? How do we bring both?
This is back when you were reading a lot of books, wasn't it? That's where you got that from.
Right, when I knew words and stuff. I was like, bring me your shit, post-haste.
Bring me my shit.
Bring me your shit, Henrik Ibsen and Dostoevsky. I want to read.
Love it.
I want to read some Tolstoy and some T.S. Eliot.
I should read something on this tiny new audiobook that's like highfalutin like that. Instead, I think I have some zombie books on here. Anyway.
There you go.
Yep. Let's see. Your show has long been worthy of Patreon support, and your value exceeds our loving contributions. Well, that's very nice. Jeez. John recent mentions of How Many Dudes has mirrored my own interest and had me returning to Crashlands 2. Thank you for your continuing support for creative, smaller developers. And in mildly unrelated news, happy to send out happiest of wishes to Hello Games for reaching their 10-year anniversary for No Man's Sky. This level of developer support can make us all believe there will be a better day. Rock and stone, good folk, and to the worthy that support them, Mulgrub. Well, that was just a nice email.
A really nice email. I just
nice.
one piece of advice, not that you wrote in for critique, but it's not even a critique. Just
Can I submit my wonderful feedback and be?
Can I give you shit for
please?
the thing you said?
No, it's not even shit. I just, if you want to make sure the Hello Games people get your happiest of wishes, I don't know if they listen. So you may want to email them that directly as well.
You know what though? We'd be a perfect place for somebody at Hello Games to listen. We would fit their vibe. You know.
I'd love it if
So
Sean reached
maybe
out.
they do.
I listen to you guys. You know, I don't know.
Look, if Greg Street and Metzen and Scott Kurtz was in here a while ago, just sub to the channel again. Like if these kind of creatives can tune in, there's no reason Sean Murray couldn't get a kick out of this bullshit.
I mean, you just never know. Like I know there's definitely some developers that don't listen. Probably, you know, I assume what's his beak listened once and left.
What's his beak? Who was that? I say that.
The Xbox guy.
Oh,
Fred.
Xbox Fred. Man, we had him for one episode, and then Fred checked out.
He's been retired for 1 week, and I don't even remember
Phil
his name.
Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
I'm sure Phil listened to him like, these guys are assholes.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, but, you know, you never know.
They could have saved Xbox.
Is listening, and, you know.
Well, you do never know. Well, Mulgrub, I'm glad you're out there listening. You seem like a perfect part of our community. If you'd like to have your voice heard on the show at core.show is the email address. You can also send us a text or an email or a voicemail rather to 10hams.com. That's 10hams.com. And for details about all of this, our Patreon, our Substack, and every other cool thing we got going on, you can find it at frogpants.com/core. There's even swag up there, shirts, hats, mugs. John's John Show mug is still up there. Bo's Lake Run mug. I don't have any mugs making fun of me yet. I should do something.
I mean, just put a forest on fire.
Yeah, Tsushima still burns.
And then you not paying attention to it.
That's not bad.
Do the meme. Do you know the meme of the guy looking at the other girl?
Yeah.
But instead of a girl, it's a fire burning.
There you go.
You looking at some like just awful chorecore game, like grave digging simulator or something like that.
I like it. Didn't we play a game?
I think
like
you
that?
should do your. I think you should do your first. Like, let's do one of those. Like when you put hot liquid in it, it changes, and it's a nice picture of Tsushima. And then when you fill it up with coffee or whatever, it's on fire and it says Tsushima still burns.
I love it. You know what? If that's even a possibility, I'm going to look into that. I don't know what those mugs take or cost or anything.
Go with that one.
All right. That's pretty good. I have one like that upstairs. It's like a Game Boy, an old fashioned green screen Game Boy screen. And when you fill it up, the screen looks like it comes on with Tetris playing.
I have two fallbacks for you though.
What do you got?
Two plan B. Plan B and a plan C. Plan B might be just you shitting in the pipe with your daughter watching, going, "Oh my god!"
It's only game connected because I was playing Guild Wars 2 when I had to rush out of there and take her to school.
Yeah, maybe right. Me shitting in a lake was not game connected. You wrote VR in the damn shirt.
Oh no, that's a good point.
Video games.
That's a good point. Actually, you make a good point.
The other one is just the thing I always remember about you. Was that you punched a cow?
I did punch a cow
so
right in the nose.
An action shot of you just smacking a cow and some like points coming out of it. That's the video game connection.
Yeah, in real life.
KO.
KO. Does Tokon have a cool voiceover KO thing in this? Like all good fighting games should have?
I don't know. I have to.
You got to win one first.
No, it does. It's not a cool voice though. It's like a guy who's like, and match start, you know. Round 3. So when you do KO, it's just KO.
All right.
So
it's an art form
it's an art form. Like it's cool, but it's cool to the extent that it's not cool.
Okay, people who have finished a match say it does say KO.
KO. So yeah, put KO on there, or
I'm into it.
Or put finish him on there. Maybe like when you heat up the mug, you just completely all the viscera shows up. And you just
because I punched that cow. I'm not. The story's too long. Don't everyone think I'm abusing animals. I'm not. I was 14 and there's a whole story.
He just punched one cow. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not animal abuse. If you knew the story, that cow fucking deserved it.
Goddamn cow. But it blew snot all over the place when I did it. And it was mostly this kid who owned the. That's a long story. I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't need to rehash it. There's a mashup of it, and there's the archives. Go find
There
it.
you go. There you go. Go.
It's not. We know it's not a proud moment of yours, and you.
No, I'm not proud of it.
Did an unwise thing, but
Yeah. Plus, his dad went to prison for molesting somebody, so that was fun.
Well, geez. Then on that note,
all right, maybe don't do the mug. maybe forget the mug idea now. I don't want to sell a pedophile.
No, we don't want a pedophile adjacent story mug, but we'll come up with something. Don't worry.
You don't want to think about that all the time. Trust me.
I'm pretty self-effacing.
You go to a hotel and there's pictures of you with your pants off everywhere. You start thinking, how did I get here in life?
How did I get here? This is not my beautiful house. I'll say like.
Oh yeah, exactly. So let's go with the forest burning.
All right. You know what?
let's go with climate change.
John's first idea was the best idea. We're doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
The burning of Tsushima, or Tsushima, as I say.
Nobody's worried about forest burning.
No,
totally cool.
Clearly we've let that go. Okay, hey, keep that feedback coming. We'd love it. We only have one thing left to do, and that is to let, I almost said grandma, but no. We're going to let her go home from the war to let people know what's going on at the front so we can let Martha and the family know what's happening. I don't know why it took that long to explain it. John, please take it away.
My dearest Martha. Boy, this was a long one. What a lucky lady you are. You may have forgotten the video games we discussed with such deep dives into cow punching and other topics that shall not be repeated in this letter. We talked about the game Restory, where you put electronic devices back together. We've talked about the game How Many Dudes, where you ask the question, how many dudes? We talked about Ghost Recon Wildlands, gave him some compliments, and then realized it was a bunch of bullshit. We talked about Cult of Pin. It's a pinball game. We talked about Black Jacket. It's a card game.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a minute to remember. Even I sometimes forget the games we've discussed on the show. We talked about Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, which, as was pointed out in the chat, roughly translates to Marvel Fighting Souls Fighting Souls. Talked about Agent 64 Spies Never Die and DragonSword Awakening. Everybody got real excited for a little bit talking about Trading Card Game Shop Simulator and Helldivers 2.
Yep.
We also talked about another game after that, but Bo didn't write it down and I don't remember what it was.
Slay the Spire 2.
Oh, Slay the
It
Spire
was
2.
Slay the Spire 2.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yours in this life and the next. Boy, that's a big one. At gmail.com.
That's not appropriate.
Boy, that's a big one.
That's what she said.
All right. Perfect.
I remembered the thing I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
It'll be quick, and I'll readapt it because it now loses some context. But it's just release Elder Scrolls 6 already.
Elder Divers 6. Let's get it out.
Elden Ring 6.
I'm with you, dude. Let's go. They're going to do Fallout first, but I want it. Let's go.
Yeah, well, that's exactly my point. Screw the Fallout games. Really, we all love Skyrim. You sold it 50 different ways. What on God Green's earth going on in your brains over there that you're not making another Elden Ring?
Look, next time I see
He
Todd,
said Elden Ring again.
he said Elden Ring again.
Show at show.show, everybody.
When I see,
I want a new Elden Ring. Okay.
next time any of us sees Todd Howard, which will be hard, I admit, the little tiny fella. But when you see him,
It's taller than
I was waiting for that. When we see him, we'll say, Todd, get your priorities right. And he'll say, okay. And then he'll scurry out of the room like a rat. All right, that's going to do it for us.
like
Thanks,
that.
everybody,
Wait.
for listening. What? Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, I like how I criticize their brains while not being able to say Elder Scrolls.
My dearest Todd Howard, I really, really like Elden Ring. And it's ridiculous that you haven't released Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
So please make an Elden Ring 2.
There you go. Yours in this life.
and the
Everyone,
next
thanks
Bo
for listening.
Schwartz.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
All right. Thanks for listening. Stay out of trouble. Be here next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Find all our shows at frogpants.com.